You know what you need?
Yep, we're in.
All right.
Just go.
Well, you always start.
There's no starting. We just start talking. Pull that thing up to your mouth. Act like you've been here before.
Yep.
Yeah.
How's it going?
What's up, dude?
Not much. Just driving and flying and.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a lot. It seems like you're traveling a lot right now.
I don't travel as much as most, but it's a lot for me.
Yeah. And you're heading up to Metropolis?
Yeah.
What's
right
the shoot up there?
It's one of the ASAs. I think there's one more after this.
Okay.
Can't remember which one it is, but it's one of them.
I don't know how, I've never kept up with all the different ways that they.
Bonkers.
I feel like keeping up with the different classes and the scoring and all that kind of stuff. I just was like, I'm out. My brain doesn't work that way. So I just kind of, I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about it a little bit more in this.
Yeah.
Because I'm curious how you even pick the class. Obviously for you, like you're going to be in pro class in some certain series. But
yeah, I mean, there's so many, in most shoots, I think there's way too many divisions now, which kind of kills it because there's no competition for 40 classes. Like at Reading, I think there was 72 classes this year at Reading. And probably 30 of those only has 1 or 2 people in it. There's no competition in that.
So you're telling me I could win? I could just join one of the obscure classes?
Or
Depends. Yeah, I mean, it's not that unheard of. Some of them have almost no admittance, and it's classes that have existed forever that they haven't eliminated for one reason or another. I mean, what percentage of people are using all the lack of equipment that those classes were created for originally? How many times do you see somebody shooting fingers with a sight?
Oh, there's none of. There would be 2, 3, maybe of those most of the time. And that's just in certain NFA shoots because they're close to home that those guys used to compete with.
Yeah, it's why does that?
Bro, that's going to be my class.
Yeah,
that's going to be my
be
class.
The weird obscure guy.
Yeah, 36-inch bars.
You should talk to his dad. He shoots all kinds of weird shit.
Yeah, that's true. That's the problem. Sure. I don't want to be in the same freaking class with his dad. That's the problem. No, I need the one class where there's nobody good. That's what I need.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not going to say it. I'm just gonna, I thought bad thoughts, Joel. I'm sorry.
All right. Welcome to the Podium Archer Podcast, coming at you from Nashville North Archery. Follow me online, Brandon McDonald _archery on Instagram. Follow Josh everywhere at Podium Archer. Discount code BMAC, 10% off at podiumarcher.com. You don't have any weird sales coming up, anything like that?
4th of July's coming quick, dog.
Are you doing 15% off for that?
I didn't do Father's Day. I feel like a fool.
No.
Man, why didn't I do that?
Stop. I feel like I'm reminding you, and you're
going to do it
start
every
sending
Monday.
texts.
How about we do that?
15% off Mondays. Don't do that. I'll quit the podcast. I will quit. What are people supposed to do online?
Do you mean online or do you mean
on the online audio?
On the audio platforms?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, you want to follow and you want to leave a review. If you like it, I mean, just say something nice or just give it 5 stars, that sort of thing if you like it. And if you don't like it, just don't leave a review and stop listening. I don't know what you're doing it for, but the reality of it is about the only way the public can see the popularity of something on audio platforms. On YouTube and things like that, it shows how many times somebody's watched it. So it's relatively easy to compare how popular one thing is to another. But on the audio platforms, they really don't show you that. The only thing they really have is reviews. So if you could leave us a review and follow us on the audio platforms, I'd really appreciate it. It helps us more, and you know.
And listen, this is podcast number 2 for the day. We're bringing out the big swingers, or so I'm told. Mm-hmm. I don't know much about this guy over here.
Pretty dominant little fella.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard of him before.
No, never.
No.
Well, that's because you live under a rock.
Yeah, obviously I'm joking. So we're sitting here with
Bodie Turner.
There you go. Bodie Turner.
Probably, it's arguable to say you're probably the most accomplished person at your age ever. I think in history, I don't know.
Humbly, you can just humbly say.
I think that's a fairly safe thing to say.
It's probably up there.
It's probably
definitely
a pretty safe thing in archery. Yeah, let's just
definitely
talk archery. Yeah,
I'm up there.
Yeah, I'm not putting you up against Macaulay Culkin or something like that.
Well, yeah. Well, hopefully
I don't know if I want to be in the Macaulay.
I don't
want to be that.
I don't want to drop off that hard.
Yeah, let's not hit adulthood and it just
It's that Michael Jackson thing really caused some problems for poor sweet Macaulay.
Yeah.
Let's not go into that.
Wait, get out of there. It's too early. You're going to make people turn it off. Don't do that.
We haven't drank yet.
At all. Well, you're on a hiatus.
I am. 6-month hiatus. I'm not going to drink. I want to drop 20 pounds.
I know. That's good for you.
Well, it's because I'm sick of sitting here with the side view of the camera and just my gut just hanging over everything. I just hate it.
Yeah, nothing will discourage you more than seeing yourself on film and going, ew, what the? I better do something about that. That's not cool.
Well, no, the chairs we bought are bad for posture. He's smart because he's leaning back.
He is, yeah.
Chest out, gut sucked in.
Just leaned over.
Exactly.
Handling
That's what
it
I
well.
do. I just relax into it. Well, where do you want to take this thing?
Oh, we can go anywhere. I mean, like, it's always good to talk about someone's history, right? Whenever they come on here, especially if it's your first time on our podcast. So, how old were you when you fired your first arrow, Bodie?
Like 10 months old.
Yeah.
Supposedly. Yeah, I don't remember back that far, but supposedly that's what it was.
Yeah. And it was probably a traditional bow of some sort.
Yeah,
like your dad
it was
was trying hard.
plastic, some kind of bow.
Yeah.
I went to fiberglass, went to wood, then I don't know where it went from there.
Yeah.
But
Do you remember a time where you really felt like it kind of locked in for you? Like it was like a thing you really wanted to do and enjoyed?
like, I mean, I've always enjoyed shooting a lot, and it's always been something I wanted to do, but when I realized I could maybe do something with it, I was probably 6th grade, like just getting out of elementary school, kind of.
That's crazy.
It's like that's where I started to shoot like consistent 300s. I'm like, okay, nobody else is doing this, especially at 11.
I was in 6th grade and shooting 300s. So,
Meh,
by the way, I know
I'll
that
do
we're
this
going to go through a
professional
lot
thing.
of questions that
Yeah.
you probably get asked all the time.
That's fine.
And then we'll get into the stuff as things develop that like get a little more interesting and maybe a little more unique to this podcast. Start asking you weird questions. What's your
Weird
belly
random
button smell like? All right. So, in 6th grade, you were shooting 300s?
Yeah, I think it was 5th grade. 5th grade that I was shooting 300s.
That makes me angry in my soul. 'Cause I'm an old man and I can't do it.
Yeah.
All right. So when we say like locked in, like it was a thing that you decided, did you keep doing it because you were good at it, or did you keep doing it because you liked it?
I mean, it's definitely something I've always enjoyed. I love to compete, really, in any kind of thing. I'm a very competitive person.
Got it.
And I mean, I did my first archery competition at like 3. Like I've done that for a long, long time, and just kind of getting into it and then getting to do it at the higher levels and with people I've had watched for a long time. Like that was really, really cool. But like, I didn't really know about the target side of archery really till I was probably 9 or 10. Like I didn't shoot with the first time I actually like put a sight on a bow, I think I was 10.
Okay.
Maybe just before 10, but I was not very old, or I definitely did not start with a sight. I used to swear that I'd never put a sight on my bow. And I put a sight on my bow. I'm like, man, this is
This
is
is way
easier.
more accurate with this. Yeah. Yeah. Do you think that was your dad? Because obviously your dad likes.
I mean, like growing up, you always want to be like your dad. So like growing up, I always wanted to shoot trad, and that's just what we did, and I loved it. I still do.
Yeah.
When I'm bored of my compound, I'll bring my trad bow. Like we went to Montana, and I shot like 5 arrows to a compound, shot a couple hundred through my recurve just because
Nice.
I didn't have a target bow, so I didn't need to practice or anything. So I was just having fun. Shot a lot of guns, shot a lot of recurves. That was about it.
That's cool. I do want to get into the hunting side of what you do, because I think a lot of people know about the target side, but I think less people know about like the hunting side, and I know that's a big deal for you too. How did school incorporate in with all this stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of got lucky with where I was. I
Okay.
mean, I had really supportive people around me in the school district and things like that. Like after a certain amount of days, you get an email and you're supposed to go have a meeting. So my dad went and had a meeting, and then they're like, I mean, Bodie's doing fine. Like I had really good grades.
Okay.
I didn't graduate with a 4.0, but it was like a 3.8.
Oh,
Like,
really?
That's good enough. Yeah.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah. I'm like, that's good enough for being gone for like 60 days. But
No kid. What you graduated with like a 2.2 or something like that, right?
No, I
2.1?
graduated. No, it was a 3.2, and I didn't do a day of homework. Like at
yeah,
all.
it sounds about right.
I didn't do any homework. Like nothing.
It's a lot easier now than when you were in
That's
school
true.
too. So
Now you would just start making weird noises, and they'd be like, "Oh, that poor guy. Give him.
Oh.
He's
Just give him an A
just
and move him on out of here."
3.8. Exactly.
No, there were some classes I really struggled with, but it was just because it wasn't interesting to me. Like if it's interesting to me at all, I'll do really well at it. And if it's boring, I'm sorry. You lost me.
yeah.
I don't even want to pay attention.
Was
Especially
there-
English for like the 13th time. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
right.
so stupid.
Was there anything like that you locked into in school that's not sports archery competition related that you were like, I dig this. I'm into this.
No, not really.
Okay.
I mean, like there were certain things I would like. I really didn't mind writing essays and things like that. Like I didn't love it, but especially when we got to like pick our topics and I could pick something that I actually liked. Like for one of my final paper that I did in school, I just wrote a 5-page paper on getting bows to tune and then getting them to shoot.
Nice.
And that paper is very, very, very informational. But
You should release it to the public.
no, it's gone because it was on my school email and that got canceled.
Yeah.
So I went to go look at it like 2 months ago. I'm like, oh, I don't have any of that anymore.
That is kind of funny, actually. There's a lot of people that would be like super into that. Throw that on them.
It was an awesome paper. I had a handful of people read it and they all learned stuff from it. But it was just kind of, instead of talking through building a bow for me, what I do to get to shoot and like every step I wrote like a page on. And it was a great paper, but it's gone now. I don't really feel like rewriting it. So I'll
I get it.
do videos on it, I guess.
Videos can stay forever.
Videos,
Yeah,
yep.
YouTube keeps them around forever.
lot better
Until
than reading.
YouTube decides they don't want to keep them around forever.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Back it up on a hard drive somewhere.
Yeah.
Always beneficial.
Yeah, for sure. So I want to keep circling around the archery stuff a little bit just to see if we can dig a little bit deeper. So now there's a business aspect to what you're doing now. Is that interesting to you at all?
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy what I do. I mean, the traveling and stuff is just kind of something I have to do. I do enjoy it. Back-to-back weekends kind of sucks, but it's not the end of the world. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different aspects of it in the business side and the teaching side, and I do really like that. I loved like traveling around, helping my dad, which I still do quite a bit, and now I'm kind of starting to branch it out into my side of it as well. Like he'll do the mental side, and I'll do more of the like physical side of it.
Talk more about that.
Yeah, so like my dad does all the shot IQ stuff with all the mental and shot control and things like that, and then I kind of do a deep dive on like setups and how to get him to shoot and what I do for it, and it's more of like a deeper dive into how I've incorporated what I've learned over my short career, but it's gone well so far.
Yeah, it is. It's a short but illustrious career so far. But I mean, you've been shooting since you were 3, so like you've been shooting for a decade and a half at this point. That's a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I think about it like that. Yeah, I mean, I have been competing since I was 3, and I mean, I've been competing professionally for 4 years now, so it's been fun so far.
Is that when you determined the professional side started? So like 15?
Yeah,
15.
So like really, when I've been trying to shoot pro since I was between 13 and 14. For sure, when I was 14. They just wouldn't let me. I tried really hard at every shoot I tried to sign up for. I would try and sign up in pro, and I couldn't. Finally, they let me shoot young adult championship when I was 14, when I should have been at the end of my youth season, or youth stage. I was able to shoot up into young adult, which they would let me do, but they would never let me shoot championship. I don't know why. I'm sure they have some kind of reason, but that's still, I don't even think it's for money. I'm pretty sure it's just for scholarship money still at that point.
I always thought you could sign into a harder category or a more difficult age as the ages go. You didn't have to participate in your age. You could always participate in an older age.
It just depends on,
Excuse me.
It's more of, like, once you get to a certain age, yeah. But, like for Vegas, there's like child labor laws and stuff that can play into it, which is why you can't do it if you're under 15. Like the year I won Vegas, I believe that I wouldn't have been able to, but I turned 15 the second day. So like I can start it at 14, but I finished it at 15, so that was okay. But if I would have been 14, I don't think that I would have been able to, due to, I'm pretty sure it was child labor laws for Vegas, that area.
That is wild. Because you think about like the entertainers that are in Vegas, like the Cirque du Soleil, there's probably some 12, 13-year-old kids that would be like
probably
bomber, gymnast, Cirque du Soleil people, but they can't do it because they're young.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I think a portion of it, what it was, is if the shoot-off went past a certain time, technically I would be working. But
That's
you're
past
not
your
allowed
bedtime.
Yeah, pretty much. But like if I were to go past that time, I think it would run into problems for the NFA for paying if I would have done well, which I did. But I don't know the logistics of it. I just know they wouldn't let me. Like for certain places, I don't know why I couldn't. Also, I mean, I didn't really have a name for myself until Rushmore 2021 Rushmore Rumble was where I shot really good. I shot a 986X there, and I had just turned 14. And then they're like, okay, well, if he does go shoot Vegas, he'll probably shoot a 900 and do okay there. And then I got to the age where I could, so then they finally let me go. But since like 2020 Vegas when I was 12 or just turned 13, I was trying to shoot in the in championship there for the pro. I was trying to shoot it there. I wouldn't have shot 900, but it was more of just kind of trying to start to introduce myself into that realm and really learn it, because I was confident in myself at that point to be able to go into that and not just completely blow it. And it would be, at that point, it would be a good learning experience over anything else, is just getting to get around those people and shoot into those environments and starting to build my shot around that and really starting to learn what I need to do to be successful in that realm.
All right, let's talk about that more, because I didn't want to go into it yet, but like there's so many juicy, interesting things that you're saying. Because and we keep talking about the youth side of you because it's such an anomaly.
Yeah.
So like, forgive me, because we're not trying to like, it's just a crazy thing to be sitting here with like a world-class athlete who was world-class when they were in 5th grade. It's bananas. It's such an anomaly. But you at 12 were saying that you wanted to challenge yourself, to put yourself into certain environments because you knew that you were both capable of it, but you knew that you were going to learn things from it that were going to advance and develop you more. Go deeper into that.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can only learn so much shooting against people your level or practicing. Like, you can step out. There's people that shoot 100,000 more arrows than me in a year, but they're not going to beat me on the mental side of it. And I've been able to put myself in enough of those scenarios that my mental side of shooting, whether that be shoot-offs or I have to hit this arrow to get into a shoot-off, or like 90X this year, like that whole last day was every arrow. I was like, I could shoot a 90X today. But if I'm thinking about that while I'm trying to run my shot, I guarantee you I'm not shooting a 90X that day. Guaranteed. Any time where I'm like, man, I really hope I don't miss this shot. It can just park in the middle and I can break a great shot and it still somehow won't hit. Like, if my mind isn't in the right space when I'm working through that shot, it just magically doesn't land. But knowing I needed to get into those scenarios to start to learn it was just kind of something that I had started to, like, when I went to the Christmas camp that one time for George Riles. Like, I got there, we got to shoot under high stress stuff. I learned a lot there just from getting to shoot under the high stress stuff.
Okay.
And that was good for those kids. But shooting local events and things like that, if I'm not getting stressed, I'm not really there learning anything besides just seeing how my equipment shoots. Because I need to know how my equipment's going to shoot under pressure. Because if I don't know that, and then I go to the Vegas shoot-off and I have no idea how it shoots under pressure, like nowadays, I know exactly what I'm going to do under pressure, so I know how I need to build my bow. And that's going to be a faster aim when I get nervous or when I get shaky, because I know that I'm going to be shaky. I guarantee it. There's going to be the first couple ends and last couple ends of every game. I'm going to be nervous. I'm going to be shaky. The only reason I know that's because I've got to go do that in however many events I've done now. But when I was just getting into it, I could also do that at lower levels, at local events, whether that be for money or just for bragging rights. Like, nerves are going to be introduced, but it's a different kind of nerve. So getting to start to learn through that and getting to start Vegas at a younger age, because my first Vegas was 2019, and I learned a ton there, starting to learn setups and things like that, and it just kind of progressed and progressed and progressed through until it's got to the point where it is now. Every year I'm going to learn something. It just depends what it is.
It's pushing yourself into the exposure. Basically, you're pushing yourself into, like, okay, I know that I'm diving into the deep pool of nerves this time around, and the next time I go, that pool is going to be less deep, and less deep, and less deep, and less deep.
Yeah, it's going to get better and better every time you do it. Getting tossed into shoot-offs is rough if you haven't done it before. First shoot-off's always going to be rough. Like Rushmore Rumble that year in 2021, shot amazing, super nervous. But I had got to do some shoot-offs before that, and I kind of knew it. That was my first big stage shoot-off. But based off the things my dad has taught me, things like that, I had a really, really good starting point on what I needed to do for it. And then I was able to just kind of grow and grow and grow from there. But it was awesome because I got to start with such a good mental process that my mental process really has never changed. It's kind of evolved to a higher echelon of it, I guess you could say. Yeah. But it's really always stayed the same. Now I've just learned what I need to do on my setup to be able to accommodate that the best that I can.
So you felt like the mental game kind of developed first and then the setup came in after?
Yeah, I mean, my shot process has never really changed much at all. It's always stayed the same.
Okay.
Through different release aids, through everything. What I say or how I will fire a shot might be slightly different, but the steps and how I will work through it is always going to be the same for me. I don't see that ever changing. And it was nice because I got to start with that from such a young age through my dad, that once I started to get to where I could really work on setups and test and point weights and arrow lengths and vanes and everything else, I didn't have to fight through the mental side of that as well. I got to already start at a really good mental place to where I could start to learn setups way faster than a lot of other people. Because I didn't have to, like, people will get good and then they hit the nerves. And then they have to try and figure out what they're doing for in shoot-offs and things like that. Nice thing for me is I was already partially past that. I had to build kind of my body for it and learn what it would do, but I still knew what I needed to do, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
So just really getting to start kind of ahead on that was a huge thing for me, and it helped a ton. I just kind of already had that slight step ahead, especially shooting in the younger divisions. Like in the younger divisions, I feel like I was already being able to have like a really good mental game towards what I needed to be for the professional side of it. And just having that was a huge thing for me.
Did you listen to your dad from the start, or was there a time when you would rebel against your dad? And
no, I mean, I would never really rebel.
I don't mean like rebel. What I mean is it's difficult for parents to teach their kids.
It's not easy.
That's what I'm talking about. It's because it seems like the kids typically are going to respect, like you went and coached with George.
Yeah.
So George is going to carry an authority that your parent is not going to.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
that's what I was wondering.
yeah, I mean, there's like, I'm not huge on coaches. Like, yes and no. Like, I think coaches are an awesome thing. I'm a big fan of going to coaches that have done what you're kind of trying to do. There's a lot of people that have done that, and like whether that be shot control or that be setup or stabilizers or arrows, or like there's so many things that people specialize in, and just going to somebody for everything can be tough. But it's nice when you can find somebody that already has so many things. Like the mental game of it's always going to be the hardest part. Teaching somebody how to set up a bow is not very difficult. Right. You can teach a lot of people to do that. But teaching somebody how to have a mental game is completely different, because there's so many different things that tie into it. Setups, like you have to form setups your body. For shot process and things like that, you have to do a similar thing, but you can always start in a very similar place for it.
Yeah.
When you were talking about changing your setups based off of how what you're going into and what you're doing, what are some of the things you learned to do differently from what you initially had started with?
Yeah. I mean, for me, figuring out speeds and point weights, every bow kind of likes something different, because a bow might be faster. You might need more point weight. Like for me, I'm finding that there's certain speeds for me that shoot best.
Okay.
And I feel like the longer the draw length, the faster the speed, the shorter the draw length, the shorter the speed, especially things like indoors. And then I've kind of finding sweet spots for that. So now that I kind of know that, I can build very similar setups across the board and kind of figure out what those are, to figure out. To go too fast, it'll get kind of flighty. Go too slow, it'll get sluggish. And like that's where you kind of have to build this setup to a certain person. If somebody aims better, they can go on the more sluggish side. Somebody's aim as well, they might want to go on the faster side. Especially for things like indoor. Outdoor is going to be a lot different, because it's different wind, distances, a lot of things like that.
More variables in setups.
What type of feet per second difference are we talking about when you say fast versus sluggish?
I mean, it fully depends on the draw length. Like you go a longer draw length, like time and bow is such an important thing that can be looked over. So like longer draw length, you're going to want to be a little bit faster. Shorter draw length, you're going to want to be a little bit slower. Things like brace height and things like that can also tie into that, because it's going to be different across the board for different bows and things like that. But I've kind of started to narrow it down to certain speeds for whatever draw lengths it is. which I've been kind of teaching for like through my online course and things like
Okay,
that.
all right. So this is instructions that you're giving to other people because obviously their draw lengths are varying.
Yeah. It's the testing that I've got to do with it because, I mean, I kind of have my draw length and I know what works really, really well at my draw length. But getting to mess with it for people, longer draw lengths and shorter draw length, it's been cool to see what it does.
Okay, all right. That gives me more context of what you're talking about because I didn't know that you were talking about like coaching other people. So when you were talking about longer and shorter draw lengths, I was like, how much draw length are you adjusting on your setup?
Like
that
across
sounds
different
crazy.
people for getting to help other people for setups and things like that.
Got it. Okay. That makes sense.
So just to clarify, you're saying at longer draw lengths, you should be shooting faster to get it off your string quicker?
Yeah, typically.
Because of the cycle and the more amount of time the arrow has on the string.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Interesting.
That is interesting.
It is.
I mean, this is like we're gonna get in the weeds and the super weeds.
Sure.
Because like I want to know
as much as he's willing to share without paying for his course.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we talk about that before we get too deep in here. So you've got a course, right? Where do people access it? Give us some details.
It's on the Shot IQ website.
Okay.
And then it's a portal through that, and then you can get that through the Shot. It's Bodie's Indoor Archery Secrets.
Okay. And then what are you teaching?
Just kind of
Indoor Archery Secrets.
Yeah.
It's the title.
It's everything that
That's what I was. Is it bow setup, arrow setup, the whole deal, techniques? Okay. All right.
I work through building a bow fully.
Yep.
And then I also work through there will also be added modules like next year. I'm sure I'm going to be adding more modules. I would like to do outdoor courses as well for things that I've learned. But I felt very good about putting out an online course for indoors because I feel like I have a really, really good grasp on what that needs to be for kind of across the board for everybody.
Yeah.
At least something that will get people hopefully better than they are.
Yeah. That's cool. I think that like doing online courses and online training is the most scalable thing that you can do. Like if you prioritize making videos and putting them online that people can pay you for all over the world.
Yeah, it's nice because like you said, it's everywhere. I mean,
yeah,
it doesn't matter where you are. I don't have to work with you face to face, but if you have questions on that course, I will still be answering questions and things like that.
That's cool.
Like all the time, I'll go through and we'll run through questions and answer everybody's questions. A lot of people have super specific questions.
Sure.
And it's nice being able to go through that as well.
But you're teaching at that level. Like that's the thing is people are going to have really specific nuanced questions because you're getting guys that are already shooting 300s that want to improve their X count.
Yeah. Or they're shooting 30Xs and then they're in practice and they step up and they shoot a 297 in competition. Like that happens.
Does it?
Oh yeah. That's constant.
Mm-hmm.
That
Especially
happens a
Vegas.
lot. Yeah.
Vegas will eat you up.
Yeah.
You think you're the most confident person in the world and it will not matter.
Yeah.
It's wild.
I just want to go to Vegas and shoot it with no practice just to see what it feels like. I just want to get my stuff set up at 20 and just be good and then go.
You'd
and
probably
see what
do better
happens.
because you wouldn't have any expectations.
Yeah, there you
The
go.
problem
Fair.
is I feel like people say that. Like James.
Mm-hmm.
James went and shot it last year and he said, I'm not going to have any expectations for myself. And then he goes and you show up and he's like, the nerves just hit you no matter what. Doesn't matter.
Oh yeah.
Like
they're terrible.
Yeah, it's just going to happen. But you care. That's the thing. Is you actually know I should be in the final. I should be in the final. Maybe I should not win, but I should be in the final.
No, he should win.
Well, I know.
No, I said.
Well,
Well,
no,
I
wonder
I
mentally.
guarantee you, he thinks I should.
I mean,
win.
yeah, like it's tough because every tournament has its stages, and there's no point in thinking about another stage until you get through the first stage. Like for Vegas, every day is a stage, and if you get through all three of those, and then you get to do the shoot off, and there's different stages of me for the shoot off. Like for me, first day of Vegas, good. Second day, third day, good. Shoot off. First couple ends are always going to be the hardest. Once I get through those first couple ends, everything just kind of shrinks down for me, which is awesome because most of the time it gets bigger as time goes for people. For me, typically I end up shooting better. Like this year at Vegas, I missed my one, and that was later, but I was incredibly confident in it. And maybe I don't think I was overconfident, but I kind of got to the point where I just broke too strong of a shot, which rarely ever happens, but always when it happens, it's always on a shoot off because when you mix adrenaline with everything else that's going on, that's typically when I'll break too strong of a shot. I don't really have to worry about that too much for rounds because there's fatigue and things like that. But normally there's enough adrenaline during the shoot off to where I don't really get much fatigue at all. Like me and Matthias shooting the 23 ends. Like
Yeah.
we could have went 40. Like, it didn't matter. Like, I felt like I got to the point where I was just incredibly comfortable. I didn't feel like I was going to miss. I knew that as long as I broke good shots, I were going to land. And that's an awesome place to be in a shoot-off, because as long as I do my job, I guarantee you it's going in the middle. And during the Vegas shoot-off, they sure I just broke my one strong shot. It still would have caught a normal size X, I think. It just barely missed the baby X, which I was shooting inside outs with 27s before
Right.
that. I was like, oh, I'm shooting phenomenal. And then it just finally broke one strong shot.
Do you think about that shot more than you think about the fact that you scored a higher score than anybody's ever scored in the history of Vegas before?
I mean, it's the 90X is kind of, that's always been a goal of mine since I learned that it hadn't been done, which was right when I started to get into indoors. I was like, that would be awesome to get to shoot 90 and be the first one to do it. And getting to do it this year, like, that's probably my number one archery accomplishment. If I didn't win, but I felt like I accomplished something bigger than winning.
And that is so messed up. For the record.
Oh, I know.
You should the highest score ever shot and didn't win.
I should have.
Like, what the hell?
I mean, it's a personal problem. I missed.
There's something wrong with any kind of a competition where you shoot the highest score anybody's ever shot and don't win.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with the qualification rounds. That's why it's called the qualification round.
Dem's the rules, buddy. Dem's
So-
the rules.
Well, yeah, but do they need to be a little different? I mean, is it? I know they're kind of changing things every year a little bit, especially when you're going as far as you're going and still trying to shoot to determine a winner. They're going
Yeah.
to make it a little harder or make it a little harder. But the likelihood of multiple people shooting 90.
I mean,
ever.
it skyrocketed this year.
Right.
I mean, now that it's been done.
Now that it's done, it's more
It's
likely.
like shooting the 660. Like,
Yeah.
it got done, I think, 2 times before I did it. And then I did it, and then the next year 2 people shot it, and the next year like 3 or 4 people shot it. But I also think that archery scores have grown so much in the past couple of years that they grew faster than they were meaning to, because like this year not a single 660 was shot. Like when you look back at scores, like there was always 658s, 659s for the last 15 years. Somebody always shot really good. But 660s just, it was like, yeah, maybe someone will do it if they get lucky. But now it's like, first, there's going to be like 4 or 5 guys, or there's probably 3 guys. Like these 3 guys should shoot 660s. And then there's like 3 others that might come in where one of these guys will miss and things like that. But I feel like archery scores the last couple of years have grown so much that they almost are going to kind of drop back down a little bit, and then they'll keep going. But they're getting to the point where they can't really go up anymore. Like you can't be perfect.
Right.
But that's also can be hurting the sport, because all the guys that were shooting 656s and being towards the top of the pack are now you shoot 656 and you're like 25th.
Right.
So, I mean, it's very discouraging, and I feel like it can also, I think it is hurting the sport in a way, but it's the same thing. Everybody's like, oh, you just got to make the target smaller. I'm like, okay, well, if you make the target smaller, all the guys that shot 656s are now shooting 645s.
Yeah.
And it's tough. It's kind of spirals out of control, where everybody's like, oh, you just got to change this, or you just got to change that. But it's not going to fit everybody. Like I think Vegas shoot-offs, I think how they did it, I think that's the way to do it. I don't have any complaints about how they ran the shoot-off. Well, I don't have any complaints about how the targets are set up the shoot-off. It wasn't great this year. But
Do you want to elaborate on that or no?
yeah, it just wasn't good. I hope that's the worst shoot-off I'm ever a part of. It was impressive. Yeah, the 2025, we all got to go and look, and we knew what we were doing. We had it all planned out, and everybody knew what their job was. This year, it was like the 10 guys that were there the year before, and then none of the judges knew what was going on. Nobody who was running it knew what was going on. We just kind of like, the shooters ran it. I mean...
Really?
Oh, yeah. Like, there was people that had arrows called in that weren't in. And then they had to call themselves out that they had missed. I was like, that's not cool. Like, that sucks.
Oh, that should never happen.
It shouldn't. Especially, like, the person who did it shot a good shot, and then they had 2 edgy ones. And the judges just looked at the one edgy one and then didn't even look at the other one and just assumed it was in. But it wasn't. The edgy one that they had looked at was in, and then they thought that they were just all in, and so the guy had to go call himself back out on that, which was awesome to see. I think he's one of the best people in archery. especially for that. I mean, most people won't do that. I mean,
that's probably a small percentage of people that would say, "Oh no, I didn't. No, no, take that away. I lost. Pull it out." And
then like the scoring times or what stage we were in, the scoring was called incorrectly, and it was just kind of wasn't great.
Was someone different running it this year than previous year?
No.
Oh, weird.
You would think people would know because they've done it the same the past 35 years that they've been doing it.
One would assume.
But I mean, most of the judges there have been there for a lot longer than I've been alive. So
Interesting.
It wasn't great this year. Like Vegas is such a good shoot. It's tough to see where it's going. Like it's not the biggest shoot anymore.
No.
It's been surpassed, which is wild to think.
Do you think that that's just, why do you think that is?
Location for a big part of it. I mean, people still are always people are always gonna like, I mean, it's indoor. People are always gonna like Vegas. People like to go to Vegas, but now it's not as good as it was. I think that they'll get it back at some point, but I think that's gonna take a bit of time for them to kind of rebuild it.
Is Vegas fun to watch? Like I've never been, so is it a fun shoot to actually go be a spectator at?
Yeah, it's definitely one of the better ones because you're in Vegas. Like if you want to go do stuff, there's stuff to do because you're in Vegas.
But I mean the actual shooting competition, because that's one of the things I feel like I've always struggled with is if you're going to go watch people shoot archery.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the only ones you really can watch. Because I mean, like you think field or ASA or any of that, like you can't be on the courses.
Yeah, you can't be on the course.
It's like that platform of archery is one of the only ones that you can go watch. Like you can go watch 3,000 people shooting a day if you want. Everybody's shooting, and you just bounce around from room to room to room. I mean, that's what I do when I'm not shooting. I mean, I just kind of bounce around and go see people and watch people that.
Are you using your binos to actually see where they're scoring, or are you? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you're close enough to where you don't need a spotting scope to see what's going on. Like you can walk 15 yards behind them and see the bale flying. It was better this year. They figured out that we needed bleachers for the pros, which was good. The lighting was good. The bales weren't phenomenal. They thought they were going to be better, but I personally didn't think that they were quite as good. But it's going to keep getting better. It's just the Vegas shoot got reset, and they're trying to figure out how to get it back to where it was. And it was tough because the South Point was such a good location for everything. You had stuff to do in the hotel, like bowling, or if you want to go to gamble, you can go do that. Or they have movie theaters. They have a bunch of food places that aren't crazy expensive. Ice cream. I think there was golf. There's all kinds of stuff all around it that it's easy. It's good for kids. But that's not where Vegas makes money. I mean, they make money in gambling, and archers don't gamble enough, apparently.
That's facts, actually.
Yeah.
I thought, from what I was told, that was the number one reason why it got moved.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, especially like the South Point's built for rodeos.
Yeah, that's where the NFL is held.
That's what it's built for. And when you think about rodeos, you got, I don't know how many contestants there are in rodeos, but if you got however many hundred, if there is, competing in that, and then you have a couple thousand going to watch. Mm-hmm. A couple thousand are just going to watch. They're not also competing. So they're just there. They'll gamble. They don't care. They're just there to drink and have fun and gamble. That's really about it for them. And watch people get bucked off bulls.
Yeah.
And it's tough for the South Point, I feel like, to do that for archery because it's completely different. Now, instead of 5,000 people watching, you have 5,000 people competing, and they're busy for 3/4 of their day. And by the time, I mean, shooting Vegas and things like that can be so mentally draining that like people don't want to go do anything afterwards. Like,
and you're disciplined enough. Those guys at that level are not going to go drinking and gambling till 3 a.m.
Well,
like it's
some might.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
there's
definitely some do.
There's a few that do.
Oh yeah.
Even at the top levels.
I mean, you missed. You're not.
Yeah,
like,
if you missed,
if you miss, you're pretty much done.
You know what? That is true.
I mean, you got 400 people and 375 or 475 of them miss. Like you're done.
That's a good point. You would get more drinking and sadness out of those people.
Oh, yeah.
It seems
And
like.
probably more willingness to gamble, you would think.
Exactly.
Way more.
Who knows?
Oh yeah, especially when they win like a 10K a day and then they miss. Yeah. They're like, I got $10,000
I got
to
10K
play
to burn,
money.
baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go to blackjack.
Yeah.
See, I would have thought that Vegas would have loved you guys. Now that we're talking through the structure of all this,
In general, they're just the archers that go there don't really go there to gamble.
I mean, it's you're going there to compete.
Yep.
And that's the main thing you're going there for. Like,
and then if you fail, you're still going to watch.
And you're
Yeah.
going to support your buddies.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It
yeah,
does
I mean,
make
like, if
sense.
you miss on the first day, you still got to shoot 2 more days. And you don't want to suck on those days, too.
Right.
So some people, they want to try even harder on the next 2 days. But, and it's tough, like, watching people get to the 3rd day, even though, like, the last end sometimes, and they miss. It sucks because it's like, it'll be people I know, and they'll be like, I broke a great shot. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
I'm really sorry.
Yeah, that sucks.
The game, bud.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, all right, what's your next favorite shoot that you've been able to go to over
So,
time?
like, for me, my favorite kind of archery is field.
Okay.
By far. I think it takes the most skill. It has so many different factors you have to be good at to be able to be good at field. Especially, like, there's flat field, and then I feel like there's actual field rounds. Like, NFA field used to be, like, a mixture of international field, which is the yellow centers, and then NFA field, which is the black and white centers. To where, like, international field, it's known for just super steep, uphill, downhill, side hills, everything. And the NFA field used to be like that too, and it had really hard courses and things like that. But it doesn't have that anymore. Now pretty much all your courses are just dead flat. Like, think back to Darrington. Like, Darrington used to get 1,500 shooters. Now it gets 250.
Why did they change the format? If
It's more of they just lost locations. 'Cause, I mean, it's tough to really, like, say exactly what it was.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't think people are as competitive as they were 50 years ago. I think that's just kind of fizzling out, especially for, like, archery. People want to be good. If you shoot archery, you want to be good at archery. It's like everything else. You do something, you want to be really good at it. But, like, there's so many sports that, like, archery has set scores that have to happen. Things like football and things like that. Like, you can watch people do something. Like, you can watch someone make a really good catch. Be like, okay, I mean, I've done that at some point. Like, okay. But archery, like, these scores are set. It's not, you're just watching and everybody's just trying to get to one score, like pickleball or things like that. Sports that just come out and then they just explode, or tennis. Like, that's easy to kind of incorporate because there's so many different levels of it. Archery, like, if you watch archery, you know that, like, well, if I want to be good at archery, I have to shoot a 900.
okay,
Like,
that's what you're saying. Yeah.
like, there's so many different levels of it for, like, pickleball or badminton or tennis or all these other football or soccer. Like, there's kids that can think that they're really good at soccer because they were really good in high school. Like, you don't think about archery like, oh, I was pretty good at archery in high school.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I shot an 895 in high school. Like, if you don't shoot a 900, like, I feel like, or things like that, there's such set scores. There used to be a bunch of people that would shoot, like, in this realm because it was easier when the scores were here. Now the scores are here, so it's so much more difficult for people to get those levels. But people also don't like the high courses anymore, which sucks. Like, there used to be so many awesome field courses that were so difficult and so much fun to shoot, but people just don't go to that anymore. Like, people want to go shoot ASAs where they can walk 50 yards and.
I mean, look at the
10
Total
feet and
Archery
go to the
Challenge
next
stuff, though. Like,
Yeah.
people load up to tack.
Yeah, but it's not a competition. People can go there and just shoot and blow up arrows, and they don't have to be good at it. They can just go shoot it. Like, it's just, I feel like the competitive nature of that side of it has kind of gone away in a way.
Interesting.
I don't know, like, the way to save archery and competition, things like that, is to somehow bring the hunting side of it in, which is good with the bowhunter games. That's what they're trying to do with it. But it sucks because all these awesome formats of archery are dead. Like, Redding still gets it because it's animal targets. So people are fine with, let's go shoot the giant orange dot on the animal target. It's fun. Also on that side of the country, that's all there is. Like, in Washington and things like that, there's safari, and that's really it. Like, we don't have ASA. We don't have fields dead now. That used to be a huge thing. Most people don't know how to shoot a field round. Like, there's a lot of rules to it, but it's really not overly complicated when you really think about it. I mean, there's certain rules that you got to pay attention to, but that's really it. Most of the time, if you're shooting with good enough people, which 99% of the time you are, they'll always keep you honest. Like, Mike Stosher, shot his first field rounds a couple years ago. We were like on and making sure he knew the rules. Like we were not gonna let him mess up.
Yeah.
Certain people aren't like that. Most people are. Like for field, it's tough. Like I feel like it's such a good thing for bow hunters and things like that. But if you're not shooting a 3D target or some kind of animal kind of target, I feel like they just don't see the benefit as much. There's so much accuracy in shooting hills and things like that. But where the majority of archery is, which is going to be in the Midwest area, there's not hills or there's not long shots. Like go to the west, like the west side of the country, shooting a bow 100 yards is like, oh, everybody's done that. Go to the Midwest, no, not many. People are like, you shoot a bow 100 yards.
100%.
I mean, people don't. It's crazy. People like shooting about 200 yards, not at animals, of course, but just like shooting it for fun at a target. Those bows can be so incredibly accurate at that distance. Not even built for it. Like we did a shoot and we put a bail out at 200 yards just for fun, and I had my hunting bow, put it down to as far as I could, which was like 130 on my sight tape, and aimed like 30 feet, 40 feet over it. Was aiming at a maple point on a tree in the back, and we were able to shoot groups like at 200 yards with like 6 arrows.
Mm-hmm. So it's like a 15-inch group, 12-inch group is what he's holding his hands up to at 200 yards.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was so much fun to do.
That is cool.
And shooting a long ways with bow is awesome. It's just like it's a lost form in certain parts of the country, and they're like, you can shoot that far. I'm like, yeah, definitely don't shoot that far at animals and things like that. But it's just fun to do. It's so much fun to shoot far. Like that's. Like when I'm just shooting my hunting bow, if I'm just trying to have fun to shoot my hunting bow, I just have this loop in my field where I shoot like 100 yards, 150 yards. And I just do that loop where I shoot like the same 4 targets. I can do that for hours and just have a blast. It's so much fun to do. But I don't know. There's so many formats and art forms of archery that have just kind of slowly gone away, which sucks.
We've never, for some reason, and I just don't relate really that well because in Middle Tennessee, we've never really had the culture that I hear about in some places.
Yeah.
Like in some places, you all have 3D ranges that are set up all the time, like your shop, where you can just go do that. Yeah. And we have one in Nashville.
Yeah.
And they don't even leave the 3D setup that much because somebody will freaking come steal the targets.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. I think it takes somebody who's really passionate about owning the range and being the facilitator of fun for everybody else.
Yeah.
Who goes, all right, I've got 500 acres. I'm going to let people come out here. We've set it up in a safe way and we're going to handle it.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that we need a new archery guru in Nashville to
Don't
take
look at me.
care of all that
I
stuff.
already brought you a good shop. Find somebody else. Oh my God.
No, I think that we talk about this a lot. Like we see the benefits of archery that are prolific through everything, mental health, physical health, the whole thing. Like the family culture, like you talking about your dad and you raising the relationship that you guys probably have because you're closer because of this sport. We want this for everybody. And we go, okay, what's the thing? And they're like, well, there's 7,000 different formats of archery that you can do within these different categories, ASA, and you can in NFA and field and like all this kind of stuff. And we're like, well, which one's the one that makes archery win? Yeah. Which one's the one that makes more people show up and do this stuff? Which one? Go tell us.
Yeah, I mean, some kind of animal target's always going to be the most beneficial or the easiest to get into because if you're a bow hunter, you can shoot animal targets. If you're a target shooter, shooting animal targets just because that's what it's always been. Whether it be paper targets 100 years ago, like there's always been animal targets, and that's kind of what it all came up as. And then it kind of changed and changed and changed, and there's so many different kinds. Like there's always been circles, and there's always been animal targets. Like that's kind of been the two things.
Yep.
And it's always going to be easiest to get people into shooting animal targets or something like that because it's fun. Like it's so relatable. There's so many bow hunters in the U.S. that getting them into ASAs and things like that is always going to be the easiest. But like target archery, however many years ago, it just would be cool to go back to then and see what it was. I mean, like 1,500 shooters at Darrington is like blows my mind. I don't know how they fit that many people there. It would just be cool to see. But I mean, there used to be a handful of places like that, and just none of them exist anymore. Like there's 3 ranges that will host for field nationals, and I think there used to be like 6. and it just changes and changes, and stuff just kind of fizzles out. And there will be something that'll grow again, but it's tough because there's certain things that it will need to grow, but it's really tough to get all those things in a line to really grow something well. Like there's like golf has always been well, but golf is such an easy thing to document. Like one of my favorite archery videos ever is Bow Junkie, when he went and walked a field course through all the pros and filmed them. You got to see what they were doing. Like stuff like that was awesome. Those videos did awesome. There's nobody does that for field anymore because nobody really goes to it. Like field 10 years ago was completely different than it is now. Like 300 shooters at field nationals now is like, it's a great year. There's so many others, like Target Nationals used to be huge, and now they have to throw like multiple tournaments on top of it to try and get people to go to certain events. Like, well, let's try and put 2 on one weekend so people will actually maybe come to one or the other, just to make it easier for people.
What do you think's the cause of all that? And outside of, I just don't think people are as competitive anymore.
No, yeah.
Let's take that out of it.
Yeah.
What else do you think is the cause of that, honestly?
I really don't know.
Well, what's changed? Outside of people's mentality, what's changed?
I really don't know what
That's
it
actually
could fizzle down
that's
to.
a hard one to ask you because
Yeah.
of your age, right? You
Yeah.
weren't there then.
I haven't got to see it.
So, one, my argument would be a couple of things. One, there's really only one version of golf.
Yeah.
There's like 30 versions of archery.
Yeah.
You're diluting the pool,
Yeah.
Okay.
right? So I think that's part of it.
Yeah, for sure.
And the tax, a 15-year-old thing, really, from like the beginning of its inception till now,
Yeah.
and it's grown exponentially.
Yeah.
Right. So that's definitely got to be part of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. But I think more of anything, it's a dilution of the pool. I really do. And it's a complication of all the different things. And no different than, I don't remember if the camera was rolling or not. We were talking about how many stupid different categories there are.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah, it's crazy how many there are. I mean, that can easily be filed down to, like, I feel like getting under a certain amount is tough because of just sticking everybody in these couple divisions is tough because then you have these people that'll never even see anywhere near a podium. But 72 or whatever it was is bizarre. Like, everybody doesn't need their own division. Like, if they like they do that at field nationals, you'd have 3 people in every division and everybody can podium in every single division. It's bizarre how many there is, and like I think that's
a problem.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. There's just way too much, but they've done it to try and keep the people that used to shoot these divisions in it, but they all have something else.
Because you're catering to the people that have been there forever instead of trying to figure out how the new people show up.
Yeah,
you're ignoring the new people.
Yeah,
and target archery in general, from what I've seen in my life, has just gotten smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And I think that, like I said, I think there's a couple things at play, and one of them I think is the amount of money being injected into it's less and less.
Yeah,
and it's getting shared with other things like tech, et cetera, because they all have budgets that they're willing to spend on their creating excitement about the sport or creating interest in the sport, and the things that see the greatest return are where they're going to put their money. So rather than go, oh my God, we're dying, what do we do? It's maybe, okay, well, what's working?
Yeah.
And then how do we maybe model some of that in our own way?
Start to build.
Like, when's the last time you saw a NFA field tournament for fun? Don't turn in a score. I know you hate that because you're competitive, and I get that.
Well, but like I think it's good because then people don't learn it because there's no shoots for it anymore.
Right.
Like, their field shoots used to be like what Safari is now.
Yes.
Like, I can shoot probably 8 Safari shoots a year when I'm in Washington, but when I'm in anywhere else, I can't. But it used to be like that for field, and people would know the rules because it was just something that was shot.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't get shot anymore. So, I mean, it's 100% correct on that. Is if it's not there, people aren't going to do it, and it just, especially on the smaller form stuff. I mean, everybody shot a field target at some point in their life, but they have no idea what it was.
Right.
And like, that's what they're called. They're called field courses.
Field courses, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they used to be. Exactly.
I had one on my range in Spokane, and nobody shot it.
Yeah.
Forever. Like, I had a 14 target field and hunter an animal, we put fresh targets on it all the time. You'd literally be putting a new target up in a target that the paper had fallen off of it without a hole in the cardboard.
Yeah.
Like nobody shot at this.
Yeah.
It's just it's an old format that was incredibly challenging.
It was
incredibly difficult, very, very good to learn on. Like the amount of stuff you would learn from shooting that was breathtaking compared to everything else. Well, think of like how much I don't know how.
I literally don't. I have no idea what you guys are even talking about for a field round. I have no idea.
Do you want to explain it briefly, or do you want me to?
You can.
Okay, so think of indoor, right? So you know indoor bit. Okay, so it'd be like if you took indoor, outdoor, but instead of having 3D targets, you had bales.
Okay.
With scoring rings.
Yep.
On angles and hills and stuff like that. So take the 3D target away.
Yep.
Put a bale out there and put 3 different types of targets on it based off of the type of discipline that you're shooting. So you have the field round, the hunter round, and the animal round. And the animal round, the closest thing to it, different targets.
Okay. Yep.
The closest thing to the animal round now is the safari style, right? So it actually has like an orange dot on
I've
a
seen
place
the
like
safari.
Redding.
Yep,
like
I've seen that.
Yep. Right? So the field round was 4 arrows at every target.
Yep.
70 targets. Am I holding that right? No, it's 28.
So
it's 28
yeah,
targets,
so
right? It's 2 14s.
It's 28 for.
Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking Redding for a
so
second.
It's 28 for all 3. So
Yeah.
you shoot one day. You would shoot 20. Well, it used to be 5 days, where you would have 2 days of field. Which field, like, have you seen the black targets?
Yes.
Or the
That's a
black
field
centers?
target.
Okay,
That's a field
got
target.
it.
And then a hunter target is the whole black target and then a white
White
center.
dot.
Okay.
And then you have the animal ones where they'll have a little black or white dot, which is the size of the X-ring of what the X-ring would be at that distance on a field target.
See, and I always just assumed that was somebody just sharpied something in.
No,
they
that's,
were just
that's an
messing.
official target.
Got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you had to shoot each of those disciplines over a 5-day period of time, and the amount of arrows you shot was bananas.
Yeah, I mean, like, for one field round, so, like, just for field, you'd shoot be 114.
See, but that's fun because
Yeah.
you get to go
It's awesome.
shoot arrows.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's my favorite kind. Like, I can base every discipline of archery off of how I shoot a field round or how my bow shoots on. Like, when I'm getting a bow to shoot outdoors, I just shoot a field target because I can they have all the different ring sizes, and I can fully base how my setup shoots what I need it to do for any discipline off of a field target.
And let me pause you for a second. The ring sizes are based off of distance that they look about the same size.
Yeah.
So like what you would aim at like 50 yards versus what you would aim at 80 yards, it's equivalent. The target gets bigger.
Yep.
But they're based off of distance. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, for field, you'll shoot from 20 feet to 80 yards, and it's always the same distances. It's never like, you shoot
okay.
here and here. So there's 14 targets, and then you'll do that twice. So you shoot the same distances twice. And there's walk-ups, so there'll be 4 stakes, and you shoot 1 arrow from each stake. And then there's fans, which you'd shoot, fan is left to right. So you shoot 1 arrow from each stake on a fan. But it's like you said, there's so many rules for it. It can be tough to learn, but I mean, you shoot it once with somebody that knows it.
It's not really
Like
that
fans,
complicated.
if there'd be 4 targets, you shoot 2 in the left target, 2 in the right target. If you're on the left 2 stakes, you shoot them in the left, right 2, you shoot them in the right, or walk-ups.
How much land do you need to effectively have, like if you were going to have a small group of guys go out and set up a field course, like how much land do you think you'd actually need to do it?
I mean, I've set up a field course on my 5 acres before. Like you could.
And it was like effective?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you don't need a lot. Like if you're gonna run a tournament, of course, you need like
You just
safe directions.
Yep.
But if there's like 3 people shooting in the field, like we can all safely shoot around each other.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's tough to do because I mean, you got to pack bales around and you got to put up targets. You got to know what targets to put up where, and you have to put in stakes.
Oh, that's right, because they're all regulated distances and it's the same distances. See, that's what I'm saying is it requires somebody who goes, I want to do an event.
Yeah.
I want to be an event promoter. And the event I'm going to choose is archery because I love it.
Yeah.
And
Like the tough part for that is there's people that want to do that, but clubs don't want to do it. Like the people will go fully set it up, do everything. The clubs just don't feel like they need it. Like we have one back home, and I feel like and there's field on it 24/7. All the stakes are put up, everything's put up, it's manicured, it's good, it's ready to go. But like there's people that would 100% run 95% of the shoot, put everything up, organize it, promote it, do everything. It just doesn't want to be done by a lot of clubs.
Okay, who are the people in the clubs? Do you mean like the individual members of the club, or
No,
the people,
it's
the leadership of those clubs?
Like leadership of, because like you got to get the go ahead, or they want to run it through something else, or like if like you could get 40, 50 people be like, hey, I'm shooting, or we're going to shoot field rounds this weekend. If you want to come shoot, pay $20, go do it. Like that would cover targets 20 times over.
Yeah.
Field targets aren't that expensive. It's a little piece of paper.
Yeah.
And it's just, there's so many things that hold it back that it used to just skyrocket and everybody would go. Like even around me, like tournaments that used to be tournaments are now fun shoots, and there aren't trophies for it anymore. People just want to go shoot it. And it used to be all unknown, and then it went to you can shoot a rangefinder in certain divisions, and then it just a fun shoot where there's no trophies for it anymore. Nobody competes, and now it gets more people. Now that there isn't a competitive side to it, which I don't know. I mean, it's fun. Like there's always going to be a competitive side in a group of guys.
Yeah.
But shooting in the big groups where there's like 30 people.
Here's another thought to that. And I think everything kind of works in cycles, and I think this is the cycle that we're on, that I think that the highly competitive side of archery has definitely diminished from what it was. The people that are still competitive are better than they've ever been, right? So it's even more intimidating, right, to try to break into that threshold. But what I think we're going to gravitate towards and see is more and more things where the score doesn't matter, and that more and more people will participate. And you can dislike that reality, but I think you're going to end up with more better people, because the people that go in there that are just shooting against their buddies and beat the shit out of their buddies every time they go, like, hey, maybe I should try this competitive thing that still kind of exists. And I think you're going to lose a percentage of the disciplines no matter what,
which
because
is fine.
They're just not enough going around to justifiably do it. But there will still be a good level of competitive archery that will do nothing but get better and better and better and harder to achieve. But I think you're going to end up with more people in it from the long run. You're just going to see a period of time where there isn't as much, and you don't see it as often, and you almost kind of have to embrace this. Hey, let's just everybody go have fun and enjoy it. So the 2% of people that just dominate the enjoyment of it come out of that and end up giving you a run for your money someday, kind of thing.
Yeah. No, I think that. I mean, main thing is just getting shooters into it. Like, there's going to end up some people are going to want to come around. It's just that middle ground of scores that would want to go up is really hard to get into right now for people, which is for the competitive side of it. Which is fine. I mean, it's just people are going to keep getting better and better and better. It's just problem is, like, the score that somebody would want to shoot to maybe try and be competitive keeps getting further and further and further away.
Well, but the reality of that is a very simple one as well, that there's more people like you, there's more people like your dad, there's more people like George Riles, there's more people like Paige Pierce, there's more people that are doing educational things that you can learn from, purchase, and get better at, that are making people better than they've ever been at the same time. So it's going to appear that way, but the resources are so much better than they were. There was like this, I didn't have hardly anybody teach me how to shoot a bow. Like, I knew basic stuff, but the higher level knowledge of it, I kind of had to figure it out because there wasn't resources, because I grew up in a time where you didn't have them. There was like 4 VHS tapes. A VHS was this thing that you put in a box and you hit a button and it turned on your TV.
Porn, I know.
Right. But there were like 4 videos that I had access to. That was, one of them was Randy Ulmer. One of them was Jay Bars. I'm trying to remember the other 2, but they were the higher level educational stuff. That was the only place I'd ever seen it anywhere. It was Robin Hood Video Productions or something way back when, made like educational stuff that was way farther than I'd ever thought of. And those were kind of the only resources that I had my fingers on to try to get better at it after a certain point. There's so much information now, as long as you know where to look or get directed in a good place to look. So that same thing's going to evolve it as well. That's part of why you guys are so much better at it, is there's a little bit more shared info than there used to be. But it'll come back in a stronger way. It's just going to take time.
It's going to take time to rebuild.
Well, and the hope that we have through that is if we can get a broader amount of people coming into it, maybe people with money from outside the sport think it's worth investing into our sport in the competitive side of it when they go, man, this is really fun. I love all this stuff. Where's the competitive part of this?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of fizzled a little bit. There's still some really dominant people in there and they're really good, but there's not a ton of money in it. Okay, well, maybe we should put some money in it. You know, get somebody that owns a major automobile company or something in there. That's what it's probably going to take because it's only really ever had its own sports money into it.
Yeah.
It's tough.
I think you have to figure out a way to make it visually fun for people to watch that are not the one. Like I had fun watching the shoot off because I know what's happening inside of people that are on that line right there. Yeah. To a certain extent, to enough of an extent that like I can envision myself standing there.
Oh my God, that looks so stressful.
Exactly, and therefore that's why it's so impressive. But like my wife, I'll just tell you a funny story real quick. So
he said, "Should I tell him this?" I was like, yeah.
I was explaining to my wife who we were talking to today because we had George on this morning, and then we had you on tonight, and I said I knew she was gonna. I was just giving her verbiage she was not going to understand. I was like, no. Bodie shot a 990X in Vegas. And she goes, ooh.
And you have no idea what you're talking about, woman.
And that's the funny part is if archery were interesting enough that I could be like, babe, we're going to watch this. Give me 10 minutes. Just sit down with me for 10 minutes. We're going to watch this thing. And you can create something that's visually interesting enough and there's an easy enough storyline for people to follow that they go, wow, okay. Like, I sat down with my husband for 45 minutes and we ended up watching it. Then you see ratings go up. Then you get the investors because you don't get the investors where they go, there's nothing here. There's nothing here. This is dying.
Well, no, I'm saying from the standpoint where they come in and see a massive growth of interest, but the high side of it isn't being promoted very well to where, oh, well, if we promoted this, it would be huge. That's what I'm getting at.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like we're buying on the cheap.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
We're investing on the cheap.
You're buying UFC when it's tiny.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what we've got. I feel like that's part of what you got to get figured out, though. Is like you talked about. I don't know if it's possible to create something where you are shooting in a round in essence, where it's like a kind of a field round, but you've got bleachers that are all centered up, and then people are shooting around them so that you can actually like watch.
They used to have that.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
They used to have that exact thing that you just said.
Okay,
like to a T.
Yeah, that one makes sense to me.
I don't know. Like that one's even easier to set up because you have a field that you can set up a little horseshoe in of bales. Yep.
And in Tennessee, we would have a spot where you'd pick a place and you'd have 20 feet uphill vertical over here and you'd have a 20 feet downhill right here and you'd set up right here. That'd be perfect. And everybody would enjoy getting to watch. I don't know. I think that would be interesting.
And you could film it and there's so many things like that. But it's just a matter of you got to rebuild it before you can do something like that. I mean, outside investors would be ideal, but like there's been outside investors and they just didn't really have enough interest in it at certain points in time. But like there was cooler tournaments and things like that. Like I remember at the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation World Championships for elk calling when I was like 3. Like I was going around. I had no idea who these people were, but watching them shoot, I can't remember what tournament it was, some kind of 3D shoot there. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. Like some of them you would shoot and they would like fall backwards.
Oh, Buckmasters.
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is the
Target
coolest.
panic extraordinaire.
Oh, yeah.
That thing's up for like 8 seconds and then it falls down. You got to shoot it before it falls down.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah.
They had moving targets there.
Oh, yeah. Moving and tip over. When they pop up and then they pop back down. And there was shit in the way. And it's great. Great format. Phenomenal.
Yeah. It was awesome. It was so much fun to watch.
And it was on TV.
Yeah.
That was actually broadcast on television.
Interesting.
Maybe the timing was wrong. Maybe the demand wasn't right. I don't know. But that was the closest thing that I think we've ever experienced to something that would sell.
OPA was going to be really good.
Yeah, the OPA had a really good shot at it.
Right when I got into it, I was like, I'm so excited to shoot OPA. I'm like, I didn't see OPA get posted this year. And it didn't.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Every time somebody's tried, in my opinion, they don't have enough patience to let it grow and keep putting money into it until it really does.
Yeah.
Because there's been a couple of formats that are heavily entertaining and are televisable or, watching on a YouTube video or whatever you want to call it, right? some format where people will keep clicking to watch, right? And that monetizes at some point.
Yep.
There's been a couple good cracks at it, and we might be in the age that it might work now.
Yeah.
Like, because so many people are used to trying to digest things over the internet, where before that wasn't nearly as common. Like, you had to have the network channel to watch it. You had to be aware it existed. It didn't just sit there for eternity and you could watch it whenever you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But the production of that era was so cost prohibitive, and the production now is
cheap.
better
cheap.
and it's cheap.
It's cheap.
So, like, to
It's
me,
got a shot.
It just takes somebody with the vision. And I'm not pointing at you.
No, I'm
just
pointing
saying
at you. You do it.
No,
I'll shoot it.
Make it happen. I'll show up. I'm
perfect.
good.
I'll try to
Prize
shoot
money.
it.
I'm in. Let's do this. No, I think that if there was a format that I mean, we'll talk about this more offline. I do think that it would be really interesting. Listen, we got all this money for all these daycares and stuff like that. How can we not go get some of that money for us to do archery stuff for
There you
fun?
go.
Come
Perfect. Use some of that FET money.
I just feel like I want this sport to keep going, and I want it to go to more people, and I feel like you have to have more eyeballs in order to make that happen.
Yeah.
And I want to be a part of that. Like, I want to be a part of making sure that happens, which is one of the reasons that we do this thing.
Yeah.
But the idea, I did some event like coordination stuff. I was in Christian music way back in the day, and we did some live events that were big, 4,000 or 5,000 people events, and it was a nightmare.
Yeah.
And so I understand why people like Sean, who runs TAC, like, they're few and far between. Like, people who like to do that stuff, like genuine producers who want to put this stuff on and do it year after year after year after year after year, that is a very, very small minority of people, because I don't know. Yeah, it's got to be tremendously lucrative to justify doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I would need to make
say,
$1 million a year doing it for me to even decide to even think about wading into that
To
world.
do it again.
Yes.
Yeah. Because, I mean, if you put in this much and make that much, you're not going to want to do it the next
Congrats, you made $25,000.
Yeah.
And honestly, there were events that we did 14 shows 2 years in a row at this Christian festival. And there were events where producers literally would lose $100,000, and they'd go, "That's okay, it'll be bigger next year." And then they would do it. And then there was a couple who they make $700,000-800,000, and they'd be like, "It wasn't quite as much as we've done." I was like, "What is this?
Yeah.
How do you guys? It's the same thing. You did way better than this guy, and he wants to do it again."
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it just takes the right people at the right times.
I think so too. I just want to see it back. Like, and I want Nashville. For me, like I said, we've just never, for some reason, Nashville is such a cool city, and the ability for epic 3D shoots here is huge. Like field rounds, because we've got the dynamics that we have in the ups and downs. It just, to me, like, it seems like it would make perfect sense, but we don't have the culture.
Yeah.
We don't have it.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's like indoor shoots get placed in terrible areas. Like, I feel like you could possibly find somewhere in Nashville to hold an indoor shoot if they have some kind of convention center. Maybe they don't. I can imagine they probably have quite a few.
They do, but they probably want a lot for them is the problem.
Probably.
Yeah.
And like, if you put them in good areas, you're gonna get more people. Like, it's just kind of how it is.
Well, hosting it in an area where there's other things to do, like
Yeah.
Vegas is a good
Yeah.
example. Like, there's a lot of reasons to go there outside of that,
Yes.
right? This is a very popular place to come visit for the weekend. You throw something up, it's just going to be that much better. One would assume.
Yeah. I mean, it just depends. It's like, another thing is, like, professional archery just doesn't have, it's not like, if you want to be a pro, like, you can be a professional archer in the next 10 minutes if you give me your phone and $150.
Yeah, your
Like-
willingness to enter as a pro is all is required.
And that's crazy.
You can come in last and they don't kick you out.
Right.
Nope.
That doesn't make any sense, because they, just like you said, they're getting rid of the meritocracy of the entire thing by having all the different divisions, and then by $150 in 10 minutes, I'd love to call myself an archery pro.
Which that's what so many people do.
That is
Like, it's impressive.
Oh, yeah.
that is
Yeah.
crazy. That makes no sense. For just the health. And the truth is, like, you mentioned this a couple of times. I think if I were in competitive archery, and I were 35th place in a genuine pro division, and I went, I'm probably never going to get to where Bodie is, but I'm going to get sure as shit from 35th to 30th next year. And that's my focus. And the year after that, I'm going from 30th to 25th. Like, that competitive nature still exists in the sake of just competing against yourself, looking for the next year, saying I'm gonna get better at this.
For sure.
Especially for guys that then translate over into hunting,
Yeah.
because they know I'm putting myself in the deep pool. The pool gets less deep.
Yep.
You know, the animal walks out in front of me. I get less nervous this time.
Yeah.
That whole thing. I don't know. This kind of conversation just gets me fired up and makes me want to go do something. Like go do something stupid, like start an archery event in Nashville that's huge. But like I said,
The problem is they're never huge the first time around.
Yeah.
You got to be willing to take it for a while before it'll grow. And granted, you know, we have a unique level to be able to promote something and make the public aware of it more than most would, but that doesn't make it work.
Yeah.
It just makes it
Being able to
probably
post it and-
shave a year off of how long it's really going to take you, maybe two at best.
Yeah. I mean, like Lancaster, it was nice because Rob Koffel, like it started with probably only 150 people, and now it's at over 3,000. Went from doing it in the downstairs archery shop, which is just a 25 lane range, to now it's at Spooky Nook, which is a 700,000 square foot indoor facility.
yeah,
They were lucky because they had that facility there, which it just kind of worked out, but it worked out well. But I mean, you could move that shoot honestly to a handful of different places and you would still get a lot of people. That shoot is, I really, really, really enjoy that shoot. It's just a matter of for half to 3/4 of the people, they're going to go there, shoot one day, they're done. Like that's the appeal of Vegas, is you're going to get to shoot 3 days. If you don't want to, then sure, shoot your first day and quit. But like Vegas, you're going to get to shoot the 3 days and there's things to do and there's like that format in that area is great for it. It's just a matter of it has to be executed correctly, which it will be again, but it's just not there quite yet.
yeah. Interesting. You want to move over some tech questions?
Can.
I just want to keep her moving because I could keep talking about this stuff, but I think it's just the hopes and dreams that I would have. So
Yeah, it's kind of all that.
Well, I know. We've had conversations about it before, and it's like, dude, oh god, I don't know. Like there's so much risk to it, and so much money you got to put out that might come back at some point. But you know, it's.
You just gotta hope.
Well, I mean, Rob doing what he did, which is great. Like that's probably my favorite format of indoor shoot I've ever saw. Like I love the way it's laid out. It's very entertaining to watch, especially the shoot offs, right? But they're also, or were even then, in a way better financial position to be able to afford it and put the risk out. It is something that was going to grow the brand in the long run. It's great. Don't think I'm quite there yet myself personally, but yeah, irregardless, it's something that has to be addressed in the near future, and I think it's a very valid and valuable conversation to have in general, right? So don't lose that fire, and I want to keep that going. But what I really wanted to get a chance to discuss a little bit, since you've been a target shooter at heart, and you started in the NFAs and the indoors, etc. And this was your first real year doing ASA, right? Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about that and how. I mean, because obviously you're still living on the western United States, right?
Yeah.
And it's all flying back and forth, and it's a
Lots
bit of a
of it.
burden. Like it's why you're here today, because you flew into Nashville to go shoot Metropolis, right?
Yeah, to go drive 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
which is hilarious because Metropolis is nothing. Like it's just this tiny little nothing. But Metropolis is a
what all
well-known
the
ASA
ASAs
shoot.
That's what all the ASAs are. Like those ASAs like base themselves, or those little towns base themselves around ASAs. Like that's their cool thing for the year. That's like their tourist attraction is an ASA shoot because it gets 2,000 shooters.
Yeah.
But the nice thing is 1,500 of those shooters can drive to it.
Okay.
Right.
Like I mean, I would much rather, if I could drive 10 hours to every one of these, I'd be like, yeah, sure, that's fine. But when I'm flying 4 hours, driving 2.5 hours, that's just kind of annoying if you have to do that every single time. Like there's people that drive 20 plus hours to every ASA. I'm not going to do that. Once you get over 15, it's like, no, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's a nice thing. It's like the ASA has such a good location for it that 1,500 shooters can just drive there.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed it. It's fine. Like they're fun. There's a lot of strategy to it. It's tough. Like I never shoot clarifiers. I always shoot glass, but I never shoot clarifiers. Mm-hmm. Just because it's like I shoot at a circle that you can see. I don't have to worry about it. Like that's the learning curve that I'm going through. Like when I get there tomorrow, I put a new lens in before I left. hoping and praying it's gonna work. But like I will probably need to get like the stack it peep or something like that because I still have good eyesight.
Mm-hmm.
So with a number 1 clarifier in, which is about as low as you can go, my pin's already blurry. And if I keep going up, my pin's going to get more and more blurry.
Correct.
So I can clear up a target fine, but my pin is going to grow way too big.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what I'm learning right now is learning lenses and clarifiers and all that stuff. Like my bows shoot fine, but I'm competing against people that can see like half to 3/4 of the rings.
Mm-hmm.
When I can see 3 the whole shoot. Like I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the challenge of it. It's not easily visible, right?
No.
So you have to be able to physically see them at draw, not just I think it's right there. If you can actually pull your bow up and look at it and actually see the ring on the target, that's the difference.
It's
right?
so much easier.
Do you have a stack of peep yet?
Not yet. I'm gonna get one.
I got them out there.
Okay.
Yeah, if you need one, I'll hook you up.
Okay. Well, may do that. But yeah, that's more or less what I'm learning right now. Like shooting. I mean, I can stand my own against pretty much most shooting a bow. Seeing is a whole different thing. Seeing what you can shoot at.
Mm-hmm.
You can put a dot up at a distance, I'm going to be able to do well. But put a dot you can't see up and aiming off arrows, I don't struggle with that really at all. I mean, I grew up shooting 3D. That was all I shot. Like I grew up, my first target bows, that's all I shot was 3D. That's all I did. And so like a lot of people thought that I came into this with just no experience on how to aim off arrows, how to aim off shadows and things like that, when I've done that quite a bit.
Yep.
And I've done that without a setup that was able to do that. So now having the experience I do and kind of knowing what I'm doing there, I've been able to do well with it. Like it's definitely going to still need some learning curves, and I'm definitely doing that, but I'm excited to just kind of continue to learn that game. I doubt it'll ever be my like 100% main thing. I got to shoot all the ASAs, but it's definitely a tournament platform that I enjoy. And then I do want to go shoot some of them. It's just traveling to all of them can be kind of rough. Cause I don't want to leave the Western United States at all.
Yeah.
Especially being in Montana, like that's awesome, especially for like my hunting sides and stuff like that. Cause I do that a lot, but, it'll definitely be something I'm going to keep doing. I just kind of have to learn it, and there's a lot of things that I'm going to have to figure out along the way, which is happening right now.
Being able to see what you're aiming at is probably a big part of that, I'd imagine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Like
That'd be a little important.
Yeah, like you give me an arrow to aim at, then I can do well with it. But it's tough for sure. Like learning about glance outs and what arrow, like if the arrow's a certain direction, I can shoot at it. If it's a different direction, I shouldn't shoot at it. Shooting uppers and lowers and giving it like 3 clicks. If you're shooting on one, 3 clicks, you're shooting on the other. Like there's a lot of strategy that I was able to start to learn at the last one. I shot well. I got third. Maybe that was beginner's luck, but I definitely think I can do better. I know I'm not going to get third every time, or I'm not going to place every time, but there's going to be a learning curve where I'm still going to be getting there. Because the tough thing is I'm going to have to try things in competition to see what I need to do better. And some of those things aren't going to help. Like I'm shooting the same exact bow that I was last time, and it still shoots the same, still shoots awesome. But I'm going to have to try some new lenses and things like that. And that stuff's vital to the scores for ASA. So I'm going to have to try some stuff that's not going to work first. I don't have the targets yet. I'm working on getting those. But until I have that, it's going to take a little bit of time I have to come here and try it here, which is tough.
Sure.
But,
Are you shooting unknown or are you shooting known?
no, I want to try unknown because
Okay.
I do judge pretty well. But I mean, I don't think I judge half a yard well. But I'm curious to see what I could do with it just for fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be fun to try. I mean, that's why I grew up. It was all unknown 3D. That's all we shot.
No kidding.
Yeah, that's all I would do. I have like 15 old shot up 3D targets in the field that we just shoot all the time. That's used to be all I would do. We would just go, and then there used to be 3D shoots all the time. We'd go just shoot them every couple weekends. Or every other weekend we'd have one. And it was so much fun. I would do that all the time. And then target archery turned from that into safari and field and indoor. then that's kind of all I shot from there. And then I started shooting my hunting bow at those. But I was able to shoot my hunting bow well at them. So I was like, I'm not fully losing the skill that I had, but it's definitely going to be different.
Yeah. Interesting.
Hunting.
We can. You want to talk hunting?
Yeah.
All right. Let's dive into hunting.
Let's talk about what he probably hasn't, disclosed too much or whatnot. I don't know how many people know that Bodie's actually a very phenomenal hunter, relatively accomplished, and has killed lots of stuff. What's on the agenda this year?
I'm doing California blacktails, Oregon blacktails, Washington blacktails and bears, and then Montana for everything. I'll do elk, deer, bears, and then I'll do South Dakota. So I'm going to do 5 states this year.
Dang.
Nice.
Yeah.
How much time are you blocking off for all that?
Well, that bowhunter games is not in a very good place for
Tell me about it.
for a lot of
Yeah,
that.
it's like, are you kidding me? That's like,
Is that the one in Clarksville?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Western hunting's already been going for like 3 weeks. What are you doing?
So I'm I'm gonna be hunting for the week before that, driving back, flying out the next day, flying back, driving back to Montana, and then I'll be in Montana for probably a month and a half. So got some takes to fill there, and then if I don't, I'll be all November and stuff like that. That I'll hunt that, and then South Dakota, I should be there in November, early November for that.
Do you have one that you're looking forward to more than the other ones?
I love mule deer. Mule deer is kind of like my number one. Blacktails is always fun because that's just what I grew up hunting. I do like Oregon blacktails is a lot of fun. Washington blacktails is fine. California blacktails is pretty much mule deer.
Okay.
But like my favorite thing is to go get up, glass, find something, go stalk it. Like I love doing that. I'll go do that. I'll go glass every single morning and evening for the entirety of August or July when I can. So I'm kind of busy this year, which sucks. I got a bunch of stuff. I'm not going to know where it is, but we'll find something worth it, hopefully. We'll see.
You think that there will be a time where you go, I'm doing too much on the target side and it's taking away too much of the hunting, so I'm going to back off on that?
No, I don't think so. Because, like, as long as I don't have to do too many more shoots than I'm doing right now, I don't think they'll have that problem. It's just a matter of spacing them out correctly.
Okay.
Like there's so many shoots right now that they all are just fighting over certain dates that some are going to get put to dates that I'm like, yeah, there's no way I'm shooting that. Like last year, mid-September, there was one in South Dakota or in Yankton.
That's a
And
crazy time
I was
to
like,
do that.
Yeah, the only reason I went and did that was because I had already killed my elk. If I hadn't killed my elk, like that was a deciding factor. If I hadn't killed my elk, I was not going.
Yeah.
But luckily I had killed my elk, so I packed up and left. But yeah, I don't know. There's so many tournaments that there's like dates that there's no way I'm doing it. Because hunting is still like gonna be number one for me. I love doing that. I love competing also, but hunting's gonna take precedent over that when it can. Like I have to compete to be able to hunt more, of course.
Sure.
But there's gonna be a happy medium. I'm still kind of finding that right now. Like 5 states this year is gonna be a lot. That's kind of like my test year to see like what I can do and be okay with it.
Well, especially if your plan is to spend 6 weeks in one state.
Yeah, I mean it fully depends.
That's 4 more states, dude.
Yeah. Well, I mean it'll be like a week here, a week there, and then I'll be back somewhere at some point. I have some friends that have some tags that I'll be helping with as well. Gotcha. So we'll have to see what that does.
Will you guys film any of the hunts at all?
I want to. I don't know. I might. I have a really nice camera that I could do it with, and I could at least get something okay. But I don't know. I do pretty much all of my hunting by myself. Really, all of it by myself. I'm not gonna self-film.
Yeah.
Like stalking mule deer when I'm just belly crawling for a long ways. That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
I'd much rather just get in close with something than have to film it. So.
That's a thing that I will always encourage people to do anyway. Like go buy one of the 360 cams and just mount it on your shoulder.
I'm really bad at hitting record. Bull last year, GoPro on my head, never hit record. Buck the year before that.
Man after my own heart.
Yeah.
Like I hate this.
My mule deer before that, never hit record. Yeah, no, I'm just not very good at hitting record because once I'm in on an animal, I really don't care about
focused on the
recording it.
animal.
It's all
I get
business.
it.
Yeah, it's
No,
all
I get
business.
it. I get
That's
it.
it.
Getting
It's
her done.
before you leave. I mean, you have a checklist when you're doing all your other stuff. Make a checklist of how you're going to they see a mule deer. I'm going to go stalk it. Boop. And then you'll walk out there and try to get it.
I'm good at like, if an animal moves off and then I'm going to go like chase it around for an hour. You'll have an hour of me crawling through the brush after an animal.
But that's okay. That's the part that the editor just fast forwards through. He grabs little snippets of, and then you get the goodies at the end.
Just get a really big memory card for that GoPro.
There you go.
Giant.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, you can record for like 12 hours straight.
12 hours straight.
All right, cool. Hit record. Don't even think about it.
I have hunts that I went on when I was younger, and I regret not having any footage of them. And you'll obviously, I think that you'll probably get to go on more adventures and get to do more like epic stuff than I did because of what you do and because of who you are. But I still think that the memories, especially stuff with like your dad, the more stuff that you can do with that, like, dude, I promise one day you're gonna be like, I'm so glad that I have this stuff with him.
I mean, I don't know. Like if me and my dad ever are together on a hunt, we always make sure we get a picture with the two of us, those are always good. But I would love to film some stuff because I do a lot of hunting, like our turkeys and stuff. And when we hunt them in Washington, like that stuff's so easy to film. But it's just never kind of taken precedent over just getting to go hunt. I'd rather just go out and have fun than have to film it. I definitely want to do some films on it, but it's just a matter of finding the right people to do it and the right time and place to do it. It's like there's a lot of places that'll go that I don't really want filmed.
You want the extra noise, the extra scent, the extra commotion, all those things are not
all
great.
Of that.
Yeah.
Well, also like your spot burning potentially if there's landmarks and stuff like that. That's like a little rough.
It's tough, like especially in Montana and things like that. Like it's not difficult to figure out where we are for a lot of places or really anywhere. I mean, there's so many people that you have a hill in the background. They're like, oh, it's right there. You're like, oh, God.
Yep. I mean, I've watched
send you a little DM saying, hey, are you by chance right here? You're like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, I spend a ton of time in the mountains, like constantly, whenever I can. I just love to go drive around and go glass and go hike up in glass. I do that constantly, but I never really post anything of it just because. It's tough to do.
That's smart though, like because you're still guarding a thing that is special. That if you tell people where you are, they will go, and that will suck.
Even like finding something you're not gonna hunt. Like I don't even want to post that because somebody might be able to hunt there.
Right.
Yeah.
Like especially like find a big old buck, you're like, it'd be cool to just see him live.
Right.
Because if you post it, like there's gonna be
Someone's
there's always somebody somewhere. They're like, I'm pretty sure that's right in there. Somebody's always talking of, oh, he likes to go glass here. They like to go do this and that. Yeah. It's not hard to figure out where somebody is if you have any relation to them anywhere.
Right.
So it's like those geolocator game guys. You ever seen those dudes?
Those are
geocache.
They'll show you 2 seconds of a thing, and he's like, I think that's in Guam. And then they'll zoom in, and exactly right.
Wild.
But that's what the hunting people, that's legitimately the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
When I was in Colorado, I posted a couple of photos, and I was like purposefully keeping the camera down, no mountain peaks, just a couple little landmarks. And I had 2 guys DM me, and they were like, are you right here? And I was like, yes. How do you know that? I was vague with what I did. I even vignetted a part of this out.
Not fun.
No.
Never a good feeling.
No.
So out of all the hunting you've done, what's the one animal that you haven't hunted yet that you're really looking forward to hunting at some point in your life? And I know you love mule deer. I do too. I get it.
Yeah.
There's got to be something that you just like, God, I really want to experience doing that.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be some Africa stuff, but I don't know. It'd be fun to go over there. Africa, like some of the animals would be fun to hunt, but like I would much rather put money into like New Zealand or like New Zealand's awesome. We went there that one time and that was awesome. Learned red stags are the jumpiest animal you ever shoot at in your entire life. Yeah, I shot at 3 and not a single one was there, and I didn't shoot at them very far.
Really?
Oh yeah, no. They were not there when they ever got there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Were you guys on North Island or South Island?
I think we're on the South Island.
South Island, like super crazy, rocky, and scary, big giant cliffs.
Like where we were is where they filmed Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. They did the more like pastoral stuff where the homeland of the rolling soft hills are the North Island, and then the craggy, scary shit's the South Island.
Yeah.
Were there tar where you were?
Way up high in the top.
Yeah.
I think that there was. I never went. I always just hunted the bottoms.
Yeah,
like
and you
the
were
lower mountains.
but that's where you were at. You were on
Yeah,
South
it looked
Mountain.
like the mountain peak, and then they're like, no, that's like just the first landing. I'm like, wow, that's a ways
up
up there. Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
it was fun hunting goats, and I've never killed a pig, which I really want to do.
Really?
like
Oh,
a
yeah.
normal.
I've never killed a pig. I
That's
was
wild.
I was
I
stuck.
strongly encourage trying to shoot one from a hot tub. It's a fantastic experience.
I can only imagine. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, like the only really opportunity I've ever had a pig was when I was in New Zealand, and I was stalking a stag. It was a big stag that I'd missed the morning before I jumped my string, and like a giant 18-inch drop down. I'm like, oh, I'm totally killing this thing, and I was finally like, I'm shooting this thing while he's roaring because it was like sun was setting. I was like, perfect. I'm gonna go up, stalk this thing. I did like an hour and a half stalk on him. Got to like 58. I'm like, okay, done. Guarantee I'm gonna smoke this thing. And I drew back, waited for him to roar, pin on him, mid roar. Jumped completely down out of the way. Didn't even
Mid-roar.
Mid roar.
Wild.
Yeah, because I shot at one when he was out feeding. My arrow ended up like over his butt, like by 2 feet, when it was gonna just absolutely pinwheel him. Shot another one, jumped my string, shot just over that one's back, and then that one just got completely out of the way. I was like, this is wild. But like as I was stalking those, I was like, I had just ranged the red stag, and I looked over, like 6 pigs came down to 22 yards.
This would be my job. New Zealand
Smoke one of these things.
It's either the pig or the 18-inch drop tine. I can't decide.
Yeah, I was
which one
like,
do I
I'm
wanna-
definitely just going.
Drop
yeah,
tine.
Yeah, definitely drop tine.
Yeah.
Screw that pig.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
move. Good move.
There's pigs everywhere. It's
Problem
not
is,
a-
I would
not a
have killed the
challenge.
pig. I never killed the stag, so
Yeah,
would
you're
have
not
got
wrong.
something out of it.
Oh, that's crazy.
Come to Texas sometime. There's pigs freaking everywhere.
Yeah, I'm hoping we're gonna go there. So I guess that would be 6 for this year.
There you go.
But we'll just have to see for timing and things like that.
He's like you, except you just kept going back to. You just did Texas 700 times.
I was in
I mean,
Texas
you did a lot
last
of
year.
other
I think I'm in
places,
Texas
but-
a lot this year too.
Texas is just
It's a
place
great
to be.
place to be, man.
That's awesome.
Just it feels so freeing.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic feeling. And it's a cool place, and the people are really nice. And it's hunting opportunities are vast. I mean, it's all private, right? So you have to have access. But
You
I
have
mean,
to
there's
know
just
somebody.
there's hunting everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, and all throughout the year, really.
Yeah,
I like Texas.
All right.
Someday.
Have you access hunted?
I have. I've killed a couple.
Nice. That's one of my favorite, just because the meat's so freaking fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those
love
are
access.
fun to hunt. Those are also very jumpy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jumpy critter.
Yes. That's why when you said jumpy, I was like, access deer are very jumpy. What do you think about the bear? Doing the bear hunting?
Yeah. I mean, it's fun. I've really just done it in Washington.
Okay.
And I'm good at finding areas where the bears are, but finding a bear is kind of rough. I found a bunch this year so far.
Are you like when you're going to hunt them? Is it I'm hunting something else, and if I see a bear, I'd go after a bear? Like,
No, because normally by the time it's bear season, normally by the time I'd be hunting something else, I'm gone somewhere.
okay.
Like I'll go to Montana or I'll go to Washington for like maybe a week, and then I'll straight back to Montana. So I'm hoping to get the like a couple days to go bear hunt because I've been finding a bunch of them. I know where a bunch of bears are. And it would help deer numbers and stuff where those are, which would be great.
Sure.
But yeah, bears in Montana, there's plenty. Just they're not the right kind.
The wrong kind.
Yeah.
The dangerous kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that feeling.
Oh,
Do you? I
it's
mean,
great.
you like the feeling being
No.
in the woods with grizzlies?
No, it's terrible.
Okay.
Hate it. In 4 days we saw 12. I think we've seen 32 this year. Yeah. It's great.
Needs to be easier to get a tag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I don't.
they're still endangered, so I can assure you they're not, but they say they are.
That has to change.
That has to
like
change.
it obviously it just needs to change for the areas where the bears are so incredibly concentrated that they are literally smashing a person a week in the news right now.
I've seen 8 at once in the same field.
Dude,
It's crazy.
Dude.
That's where I shot my whitetail this year or last year.
the whitetail was real stupid.
No
it was
kidding.
like it smells so crazy right here. I don't know what
Like
this
I
is.
was trying to kill that whitetail during archery season,
Yeah.
and just the wind never played out. But I had him patterned really well, and it was evening before he came out, same time, same spot. I'm like, perfect. big old grizzlies walking on the ridge behind him. Like, well, he's probably not going to do that tomorrow. May need a couple days to get that back in line.
Oh, yeah. That I've only done one where I was in deep grizzly country, and it was just nerve-wracking the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like it was constantly just elevated.
I mean, you can't really go near the brush lines. I mean, you can, but I wouldn't.
We didn't really have a choice was the problem. Like, that was just, you were in and out. And we were on mules, most of the time. But the 20-year-old guide's like, yeah, just make sure you're looking around really well. And if something starts running at us, scream so we can both shoot at it.
Yeah.
You're like,
Great.
That's a crazy thing to say.
It's a wonderful feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know, like the brush lines and stuff are so awesome for whitetails where we are, but I won't. With a rifle maybe, but no way am I going in there with my bow. And if I do, there will be many people with us.
Yeah. Just not worth it. I mean, is grizzly something that you have any interest in trying to hunt?
Yeah, when they put tags in Montana, finally.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be fun to go up to Alaska and stuff like that, but I don't know, that stuff, I definitely want to hunt caribou. Caribou is something I really want to go hunt, but it's just a matter of finding time for it, finding time and then paying to go up and do it.
Yeah.
Do it soon. It's just getting worse. My hunt got canceled this year.
Did it? That sucks.
Yep. Just going to get harder and harder.
I really want to go to Greenland caribou.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want to go do.
You got to wait until we take Greenland over, and then it'll just be easy.
Yeah.
You just
it'll
go
be easy.
hop over.
Way easier. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
100%.
Yeah, it'd be great.
All right. You want to ask some tech questions? Because I desperately want to ask some tech questions.
Go for it.
Well, here's what I'm curious about.
'Kay.
So, your body has changed drastically from the time you were 13 to the time you are now an adult man.
Yeah.
So, as you were growing through things, your draw length is changing. Like, everything's changing the entire time.
Yeah.
Are you literally like every quarter just kind of going through stuff like, yeah?
Well, I mean, once I hit 27 and a half, I just kind of started to build my shot completely different than I used to. And I started shooting with a bent front arm, and I ended up just soaking up that draw length to where it kind of just slowly kind of formed into the shot that I now run, which I prefer and I think performs better under pressure.
Okay. So,
like from 13, I was at 26 and a half. Now I could be at like 28 and a half, but I shoot 27 and a half. So like it didn't change much. Like by the time I was 15, well, really 14, my draw length hasn't changed.
but I mean, technically, like if you went into a shop and they didn't know who you were, they would try to put you in a 28 and a half inch
Probably
bow.
28 and a half, yeah.
Okay.
Like my hunting bows, I'll shoot 28 and like a quarter.
So, is this something that you would encourage people to experiment with on, like squinching the draw length down?
Yeah, I mean, it just depends if you have the draw length to want to play with it. Like if you got short draw length like me, like on my hunting bow, I don't want to shorten it a half inch and lose 8 feet per second.
Sure.
Right.
Like that sounds terrible. But
I'm talking more on the like
target
targets or
side?
just people who want to increase accuracy in general.
yeah, I mean, it's something that definitely helped me. Because shooting, say you're shooting uphill, downhill, having that
Yep.
quarter inch that you can soak up here and there, and just being able to soak that up in the front arm. Because if being able to keep the same anchor point and just being able to soak up a little bit of draw length in the front can be awesome. Also, it gives your bow arm like a direction to go. If it's fully locked out, like you're not gonna shake, like your shoulder isn't gonna shake like that. If you put a little bit of bend in it, it'll just like shake front to back to where your pin, it gives a shake somewhere to go. Instead of going like that, it goes front to back and it doesn't move as much most of the time.
Interesting.
Which is something that has helped me for nerve shooting a ton.
And it seems like that's what you're setting your bow up for. You're setting your bow up for
To shoot in nerves.
The end, to shoot in nerves.
I mean, getting a bow to shoot under no stress, calm, everything, like that's not that difficult. But getting it to shoot when it really needs to, that's when it's going to matter the most.
Do you think that would translate over to a hunting situation?
Yeah, I mean, if I had a little bit longer draw length and I could still get the speeds that I want for hunting out of it, then yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really have any problem with it. But I shoot the longer draw lengths just fine for hunting stuff. Because, I mean, instead of hitting that, I'm okay with hitting that now.
Right. I think I'm more asking, in the context of me asking these questions, I'm definitely thinking about this information translating to people who are interested in becoming more accurate or having a shot that, like, I get nervous when I shoot.
Yeah.
When I'm shooting on an animal, I'm shaky. And so I'm going, okay, is it worth, I'm 30-inch draw.
To shorten it.
Is it worth it to shorten it down? Because
I mean, it could be just, it's something that I have people try. Like, I'm not like, you got this is 100% going to make it better. Like, it's going to be different on everybody's shot. But for, like, one of the first things I'll do, like, I'll look at people's draw length, and a lot of time I'll shorten people like an inch. I'm just like, just try it. It's going to suck for just
it's going to feel weird, yep.
And just try it and see how you like it. And if you don't, just lengthen the back out. It's not difficult to do. But, like, playing with draw length is something, like, having too long with draw length, I feel like can hurt you. If I had to pick over a short draw length and a long draw length, I'm going to pick a short draw length pretty much every single time on a accuracy performance side.
Got it.
Because if your drawing is a little bit short, it's really easy to just soak up, especially if you're shooting full extended as long as you can. It's more difficult to soak up draw length. But if I have a little bit of a bent forearm, which is nice for me because my arms don't go fully straight. Like, that's as straight as my arms go. So they always have somewhat of a bend. But just being able to soak up that little bit of draw length that feels short or long, like, every day your body's going to be so much different. Like, having a 1/4 inch of draw length in each direction isn't crazy. So, like, being able to shorten that up a little bit in the front arm can be really nice. Like, don't shoot your bow like that.
Right.
That's going to be terrible.
Yep.
But, like, just giving it...
I love you, Eva.
just shortening it that little tiny bit can be nice to have the ability to do that.
Interesting. So then stabilizer weights. So on the scale of people that are shooting like lighter stuff to heavier stuff, where are you on that scale for pure target?
I'm probably kind of in the middle.
Okay.
I would like to be. I used to always be on the lighter side, but with bow technology and kind of where it's gone, I've had to shoot a little bit heavier now with just kind of how they're built with risers and everything like that. It's changed from what it used to be.
Okay. But you feel like you're middle.
I'm kind of more in the middle. I'm not like one of the crazy heavy guys, but I'm not also running crazy light. I can't really get crazy light to shoot anymore.
Okay.
I used to love it, but I just can't really get to perform. Like, first time I won Vegas, I had 4 ounces on the front and 13 in the back, which is a very light setup for most target guys.
Yeah.
And I loved that at the time. I had shot way heavier that year, and I'd shot way lighter that year, and I just kind of ended up that's where I was. But
is that all results based for you? Like, if I said, all right, let's double your stack on the front and double it on the back, go for it, and you would say, okay, I did that, and I shot whatever. I shot 30-29x.
Yeah.
So I know that this is not the thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's mainly going to be that, but it's mainly like a lot of aim for me is more aiming pattern over aiming size. Like, yes, I don't want it to be huge, but if aiming pattern isn't what my brain likes or what is most forgiving for me, then it's not really going to matter. Of course, I want it to be as small as it can be, but I know that I don't aim enough. I aim well enough to where it's just going to park. Like, if every competition was an aiming competition, I probably wouldn't win a single one of them. But luckily, they're shooting competitions. So, like, there's some people that base their entire shot on being able to aim. There's others that base their entire shot on being able to shoot. I definitely don't aim bad by any means. I aim well, but if you put me on a line with probably 20 of the top guys, like, I'm not gonna win that competition. Luckily for me, like, I've had the mental game and I have really good shot execution to where I'm able to build a really good setup on being able to shoot it well. Because I know that I'm not always going to be able to aim well. I know there's also going to be times where I do aim really well. But I can't base my entire shot off that little bit of time that I'm going to aim perfectly. I would rather be able to base it off, I need to shoot really well here. I also need to be able to shoot really well here. Like, I can't only be able to shoot well if I'm aiming well. Because then I'm not going to shoot well all the time. So when it is aiming well, awesome. It's a little bit easier. It's great. But when I'm nervous or I'm just not aiming as well that day, I also need to be able to put the same score up or very similar that I'm shooting here.
Okay. So Josh said that you were talking to him offline at one point and you were shooting a bow and you said, that's a good target bow, but it's not going to win Vegas.
Probably.
Do you remember that conversation at all?
This is probably 2 years ago.
It's okay if you don't. But what I'm wondering is, what makes you say that?
Yeah, so, like, I had that this year. I couldn't remember what I was talking because I said that exact same thing this year.
Okay.
The bow that I won Rushmore Rumble with and shot Lancaster with, I knew that I couldn't win Vegas with that. And I realized that like 3 days before I left. So I was working on my bow in Vegas this year. I got a really good base, but with how the aiming pattern was and how the draw length felt, it was too long to where I wasn't able to be kind of crunched down like I like to be, to where I didn't have the right aiming pattern for when I was going to be nervous. And I knew that I was not going to be able to win the Vegas shoot-off like that. Didn't win anyways, but I feel like the bow was plenty. It was not a bow problem. That bow was perfect for what it was.
90Xs.
The bow was great.
Bow sucks.
Yeah, like the bow that I ended up with at Vegas, like that is my perfect indoor bow. It aimed well. It also aimed fast. And I was able to break really good shots under stress with it. The Ghost is back.
Yeah, there you go. Wasn't quite close. The wind probably pushed a little bit.
But yeah, like leading up to that, I was shooting a white bow. And I could qualify fine with that bow. But I knew that once I got to a shoot-off, I would have, like, my Lancaster shoot-off was not phenomenal. And I struggled during that shoot-off because of that bow was too long. And I wasn't able to build the tensions that I needed in a consistent enough way to where it just didn't compete as well under that stress. The aiming pattern wasn't quite what I wanted. It was bigger. And it was, when I get that long, it's tough to build as consistent of tensions. Because instead of building tensions like here, tight with my face, I'm having to build them. I'm leaned back, and now I have a bunch of tension on the lean and with my front arm and with my back arm, and it's not as solid. So when I, like 3 days before Vegas, I'm like, nope, that's not going to work. And I had a new Title 38, so I just grabbed that one out of the box, threw a bunch of stuff on it, twisted up the strings a bunch, and just started going from there. And I ended up with what I shot the 90X with, and I feel like that bow is as good as it can be for indoors. I shot that bow. I've never shot targets like that in competition, but there's no way I would have shot those same targets with the white bow just because of draw length. The white bow shot phenomenal, but I did not shoot as much middle with that bow just because I struggled with building the same tensions with it. Also, when that white bow is so long that when I was going my little bit of draw length in each direction every day, because just how it's going to work, your body's not the same every day. I really struggled to be able to soak those back up with how stretched out I was. Because when the draw length's that long for me, when it feels a little bit long, I can't just go like that with it. Because going like that, now I'm overextended. And also, when I come in with it just a little bit, then it just feels way too short. Like, my draw length is so much more touchy at the longer draw lengths. That's always why I tend to lean towards the shorter ones. Like, I can put a grip on my bow right now that cuts a quarter inch off my draw length and make it feel the same on the back end, or I can take the grip off of it and shoot it and make it feel the exact same on my draw length on the back end. Front arm's going to have to feel a little bit different, of course, but I'm able to soak those draw lengths up and make them feel a lot more natural when it's shorter.
Is that a change that you'll make as you're shooting? If you're noticing, like, I think I need to do this, will you pop the grip off?
No, I won't pop the grip off while I'm, like, if I'm competing.
Yeah.
Like, while I'm just, like, practicing, I do it all the time. Like,
Okay.
I did it yesterday. I meant to bring it, but I forgot it, so I'm just going to throw some grip tape on it and rock it for this weekend.
See, this like the nuance that you're talking about, I think, and I'm thinking about more people in the hunting world. Like, we don't think about being like, yeah, your draw length, what feels good is going to change day to day.
Yeah.
So you're saying, yeah, a quarter of an inch is for sure within the fluctuation. And I would assume if I change your draw length an eighth of an inch, you would feel it.
Yeah, I mean, like, a lot of time when I'm dealing with draw length for, like, aiming-wise,
Yeah.
I'll normally do 2 twists in the string at a time, which is, like, minuscule.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'd be curious to see, like, it's all a feel thing. Like, I'm curious to see what the draw length, like, what I would have to change it by. Like, maybe it's a 16th, maybe it's an 8th. I don't know the exact number, but I, like, for how it feels, like, it will feel way shorter some days or way longer some days. And it can change from range to range with footing and slightly different lighting. Like, there's so many different things that can change that make the bow feel different that when the bow hasn't changed at all. Which so much of that just relates back to what your body's doing that day. It can be different, but a lot of times it just feels like it's different in the bow when it's not always.
And I think that the difference between a good amateur shooter and a pro shooter is your ability to recognize that that's happening and know the compensations for it.
Yeah. I mean, like one thing in target that is interesting is how people work on their setups differently. Like there's a lot of people that will be like, oh, well, I'm just not shooting good that day. The bow shot great yesterday. But the thing about it is I need the bow to shoot great every day. I need to be able to be like, okay that day and still be able to put up, I'm not going to put up as good of a score if I shot phenomenal one day. But I can't shoot like phenomenal one day, but if I don't shoot phenomenal, my score's down here. I still need my score to be here. Because then if I shoot phenomenal next day, I can be back up here. So, like, there's so many people's bows that I'll pick up. Like, they'll shoot like a 322 with it. I'm like, okay, yeah, you shot a good score. And then I'll pick their bow up and also shoot a 322 with it at my draw length. At like, if they have the same draw length as me, like I'll shoot the bow the same exact that they shot the bow. Other times it's not like that. Like a lot of times I'll shoot people with their bows. But like there's a lot of time where people will get a bow to a point and be like, yep, that's probably best of my ability. And then I'll pick up the bow and shoot the same score with it. I'm like, well, we could probably get this bow to shoot a little bit better because I can't beat the score that you shot with it.
Interesting.
So like there's limits to bows and there's limits to people, and those kind of flip-flop a lot. Like a lot of time, one bow will shoot way better than the person shoots, and other times, the person will shoot way better than the bow shoots. It's not a matter that the bow just shoots terrible. It's just a matter that they haven't got the bow to that point yet. Because I mean, it takes so many little tweaks to get a bow to be perfect, and people just don't really know what that is.
Do you teach that in your class? Like, do you on your online course? Are you going in that much depth?
I teach quite a bit, and then there's going to be more and more and more stuff on it. Like I have a list of stuff that I'm going to be adding to it in the future too.
I mean, I think that's the, like, if you're willing to give up the full meal deal of literally like taking a bow out of the box and then going through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because the reality is, even if you give that all away,
Yeah.
the odds are they're probably not going to come beat you.
Yeah, I mean,
But
if I give them the information, they use it against me. I mean, I gave them the information. That's
Yeah.
how it is.
You still
Like,
get a little bit of credit.
Yeah, like
It's oh, you used my skills to beat me.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
were still my skills.
I want people to do well. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of the time, people aren't going to beat me by a lot because their setup was better. Like my setup's going to be about as good as it. Like 50 meters different because it's in the wind and people are aiming off a quarter that I'm aiming off. I don't fully understand that, but there's a lot of things that go into wind shooting that I have not figured out yet, but I will at some point. So
yeah, well, you said you're learning the game of ASA and you're learning new skills that
all the time.
Yeah,
yeah.
which
I learn something new every year. I
Yeah.
will never be done on that. Like I'm confident in my indoor stuff, but I still learn new stuff every single year indoors. Like mass helical versus a little bit of helical, testing indoors, outdoors, like that stuff matters so much. Like blade contact. People freak out about blade contact. Like the 2025 when I won Vegas, and 2022 when I won Vegas, my vanes hit both sides of my blade and were cutting my cables. When I won Vegas in 2025, it was hitting both sides of my blade and hitting my cable guard. So, and then this year I was running even more helical with a way stiffer vane.
Mm-hmm.
So it was hitting the same stuff, and it just shoots phenomenal.
you're saying that, and there's people swearing at the YouTubes and the podcast
It's
right
recovery,
now.
man. It's faster recovery.
Are you using a blade rest then? Just so I'm
I
clear.
always shoot a blade.
Okay.
Unless it's hunting, but
Yeah.
if there was a good one, I'd think about it
Okay.
for that. But
That was
Yeah.
interesting because we talked to George this morning about blade versus drop away, and it seemed like he'd moved back over to drop away at some point, like just feeling like they were more accurate because they were more forgiving because basically the archer wasn't influencing the arrow beyond a certain point.
there's a lot that goes into that. But
We don't have
It's
to
a
go.
back, it's a back and forth thing for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, of course it is, and I think you have somebody who's a disciplined enough shooter that they're continuing through their shot. Where I give up on my shot a lot. Like that's one of my fatal flaws is just give up on it.
yeah, I mean, I don't know, for rests and things like that. Like I'm just a simplistic guy on the target world. Like if something goes wrong with my rest, it's like it's the blade. Something goes wrong with the follow away, it's like it's one of these 15 screws that may have changed. Like there's so many rests. Like a handful of years ago, I had shot a fall away and it just failed too many times on me. Like it would make no sense. It would come up like I have a picture shooting indoor, and I was shooting the top spot on a 3-spot Vegas face. And I have an X, a low 8.7 line, and one right in between all of them. And that was back to back to back. Didn't change, just didn't touch anything. And then I just went there and I drew my bow back like 10 times. And it was just like, it would come up different every time.
Oh.
And it could just be because of weather in the Pacific Northwest, but that shouldn't make your rest fail.
Well, and if you shoot a blade, you know that sucker's just going to be there.
Yeah, I mean, I think I watched probably 10 to 15 of them fail in a year and a half.
Dang.
Yeah.
It's not good numbers.
No.
No?
I'm just surprised at
All
that.
you're ever going to do with a blade is bend it. That's it.
Yeah, and
Outside of that.
I have more in my
And you
quiver.
got more of them in your quiver. You make one shot, go, whoa, look at it. Oh, throw a new one on.
Yeah.
You're fine.
So, I mean,
Blades are very reliable.
Yeah, I mean, rests are getting better every year.
There.
Like, I think AE came out with that new one that I think will be good.
Mm-hmm.
But it's tough. Like, there's so many things that can go wrong with them. A little, like, burr and a sear or any of that can cause problems. And on the target side of it, I just want simplicity.
Okay.
I don't know that I would shoot. Maybe in certain scenarios it would shoot better, but I think in the long run it would end up biting me more than a blade rest would. I've shot blade rest just fine my whole career, and I don't think I would have much of an advantage. Maybe at distance with less contact and things like that, but I mean, we don't shoot that far. Like Redding, we shoot out to 101. Can you hit that at 101 twice?
Right.
Hopefully. I've missed it, but it's normally a sight mark thing. Yeah, simplicity over kind of everything for me on the target side. I want my setups as simple as I can. That's really it.
Do you take that philosophy over into the hunting bow as well, or not?
Yeah,
really?
I mean as much as I can.
Okay, all right.
Hunting bow, I'm always going to shoot a fall away.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's there's so many little things you can do with it. Like I really like the QAD rest because of clicks. I just have specific clicks. If I'm for group tuning, I group tune constantly. I'll group tune in the middle of the round sometimes.
Really?
Oh yeah. I mean, like I'm not gonna move it far, especially with the things like the QAD where it's gonna be clicks. Like I know how far I moved it. I really like that. And there's like every rest company that I've shot has their pros and cons of it. Some will have more, some will have less. Like it's nice I'm not signed right now. So like I can kind of I'm getting to play with everything. I'm kind of seeing what's the best, and everything that I've shot, there's pros and cons to everything.
Yeah.
Like, everybody makes a good product. I have some that I like more than others, but there's also features on that I might not like as much. So it's tough to really know what's the best, because it's one thing that's the best to somebody isn't going to be to somebody else. It's like different shot styles and things like that. Like a follow is going to be better for certain shot styles, but it's not going to be better for every shot style. And that's going to depend on the person.
Yeah, that makes sense. Would you run us through your hunting setup for this year?
Yeah, at least how it is right now. So Arc 34.
I was hoping he was going to leak a new bow that we didn't know about. That was what I was hoping.
Yeah, so
Arc
34 I might put it up to 80. I got to see. Right now I'm running at 75, and it's shooting great. And then Easton long range, your Easton Access long range, that 4mm.
Mm-hmm.
And then running your outsert on that with 60 grain. And then Beast 2.3s. I'm going to run that for everything. I shot everything with that last year for elk, and it did phenomenal. I haven't tried the cut on contacts yet. I'm kind of curious to see what those will do. But
you put a 2.3 through an elk last year? Two.
Yeah.
Full pass through? Or like buried in offside shoulder?
Them, yeah.
Okay.
Well, one of them I had full pass through twice. Shot one twice.
Yep.
And then the other one just did great. Stopped on the far side shoulder on a big bull. So I can't complain.
Yeah.
I've done stupid things with those broadheads. But
not irresponsible things. He's saying impressive things with them.
Stupidly impressive things. And then I'll run the landslide with 5-pin. And then I'm gonna try the MX2 this year. I've had good luck with it so far, but I'm definitely gonna be playing with it still. I love the Prophecy, but I also like the simplicity of the MX2. So both have pros and cons. I had amazing luck with Prophecy. I think it's incredibly accurate. Just kind of figuring out what's the best. Like the MX2 is nice because it's right in line with the bow, and the Prophecy would hit my arrows on my quiver, which is annoying.
yeah.
So it's like there's pros and cons to everything right there.
But you prefer a cable driven rest?
I do.
Okay.
I like the sear systems.
Okay.
So I've seen a lot less of those fail over time. Just it's like thinking about it, it's not simpler, but it's just goes forward, has to knock it down. That's really it. There's not a bunch of other stuff causing it to stop or come up different or something loosened. It's for the experience that I've had, it's been a simpler, more reliable system.
Okay. When you're hunting, are you leaving your quiver on for everything?
Yeah, pretty much. Like if I'm sitting somewhere, I'll take it off and just lean it up against a tree on next to the bow or hunt at a haystack, stuff like that. And I'll put it on that. But yeah, for the most part, every now and then, like if it's gonna be windy, I'll put it on my belt. But for the most part, it's pretty much always on the bow.
Are you running limb legs all the time, or some of the time?
I
Never
really do. If I'm in a blind, I'll think about it. But my hunting bow is heavy enough where I don't really want to add even more weight to it.
Okay, and then
doesn't really benefit me.
Okay, and then what are you running for bars?
Bars, I'm running Excel's. It's 0.625. I can't remember exactly what hunting bar it is, but it's there. It's like has the brown end caps on it.
Yeah,
I've really liked those.
Okay,
I've had good luck with them so far.
What distance? What lengths?
8 in the back and 12 in the front.
You know how much weight you got?
I think it's 10 and 6 right now. 10 in the back, 6 in the front. Which I've ran light hunting bows. I've ran heavier hunting bows. It's tough. Like in Montana, it's windy so much that if I'm not gonna be packing my bow a super long ways, it's so much nicer to have that little bit more weight on the bow. It's benefited me a lot more than having it light in a lot of different ways.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, that's interesting. You got any setup questions or anything?
I already know what he does.
I'm more curious about, do you know why he does what he does?
We've had conversations.
Okay, all right, I figured you have.
We have very similar philosophies. We disagree on a few things, but in general, it's pretty mostly the same.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Nice. Question based on the podcast we had this morning. Then we have one follow up, and then we'll finish up. So George was talking about basically 1/8 inch peep is what he prefers to use in general, and he doesn't care if he can see the scope housing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm way worse than that. I don't even center my peep. It's not even close. So
this is part freaking my brain out.
I don't see my bubble. I don't see any of it. I put my pin or my dot in the bottom of the peep because I can't really fall out of it enough for it to cause big misses.
Dude, I'm gonna have to.
So let's clarify.
It's different on a hunting bow because if I'm shooting a 5-pin.
Let's talk hunting.
So hunting, yes, I'll center my peep.
Okay, you are seeing the housing on your hunting bow.
I'm at least seeing all the pins. Yeah.
It's way different though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not picky at all on that kind of stuff because I'm a left eye dominant. So seeing my bubble isn't because I shoot with 2 eyes open.
Okay.
So seeing my bubble isn't a challenging thing. If I need to see my bubble, I can just switch dominance and look to at this point, I can switch dominancies pretty good. Like I shoot shotguns left-handed, shoot them better left-handed, shoot rifles either hand, and shoot bows right-handed. But I'm still left-eye dominant.
Yeah.
So if I have something in front of my eye, it switches at this point. It wasn't like that when I was a kid.
Sure.
But now I can kind of
your brain's caught up, basically. Yeah. But, okay. When you are shooting target, are you seeing the actual scope housing through your peep?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I might see, it might be a big enough peep to do that, but, if my pin's here, my peep's here.
Bro.
So.
This is freaking... Okay, so what he just did with his fingers is set the pin on the bottom of the peep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to go mess around with this. Because this, if that's a more accurate way to do things... Now, but you're saying on your hunting bow with 5 pins...
Yeah, I mean, I have to be able to see all my pins. Yeah. Because I'm not centering each pin in the peep. I'll just center the
stack.
The stack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I can't really center my whole housing. I really just center the pins, more or less, because my pins will sit in the bottom of the housing. I want to get as much distance out of it as I can.
Yep.
It's I'll set my 60 pin first, run about as low as I comfortably can, and I'll do 20 or 40 and 20, and then just stick the other 2 between them.
Yeah, that makes sense. What doesn't make sense to me mentally is not making sure, because just part of my process is making sure that peep and housing are lined up perfectly before I want to start executing. But that's not what.
I mean, when I line it up like that, I can't fall out of my peep very far. Like constantly if somebody misses, like, oh, I fell out of my peep. Or I came up out of my peep.
Yeah.
Like, well, if all of a sudden I can see my bubble, I am definitely way low. My hand's way lower than it needs to be. Or if I can't see my pin, then we have a problem.
Yeah.
So
that's fascinating.
It's more of a fail safe for me to where I can't fall very far out of like I might shoot at 50 yards, I may shoot like that low, which normally isn't out of a major scoring ring.
Yeah.
But
So how big is your peep on your target bow?
I have no idea.
Don't know.
I have no idea.
So you're putting your pin in the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Like when God, I'm just trying to. And if you're coming out of it, you start to see your bubble. You've got to be like 364, something pretty damn small.
Yeah,
I'd imagine.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to.
Because if you're
I don't pay any attention.
If you're raising that up enough to see it, and it comes into it where you still see your pin, you're probably in there somewhere.
It's right around the size of a 31 millimeter housing. Like if I center it, it's like perfect on size.
Okay.
So.
But you deliberately put your pin in the bottom of it, and if you start to see your bubble, you know you've came up too much.
Yeah, or if my pin starts to get too far into the bottom of my peep, like if my pin is in the very bottom of my peep, then I've fallen out of my peep very slightly, which is one of the most common things in archery is falling out of. Like that happens constantly. Shot goes long. Like one of the easiest ways to miss is like your shot is going long, you just kind of slowly start falling out of your peep because you're like, oh, this shot's not going off. You don't pay any attention to if you can see your bubble or whatever anymore. But if your pin disappears, you're like, oh,
we got a problem.
we have a problem.
That's so much more visually impactful.
Yes.
Obviously, if the pin all of a sudden disappears, rather than I'm just losing the housing.
No, that makes sense. It's interesting.
Given today's change, I hate today.
Your poor brain.
Well, okay. So last question, and this is a question that you can lead it off because this is a question that we've been asking a bunch of guests.
What do you think the animals? What do you think the animal's reacting to when you're shooting at them? A white-tailed deer, for example. Do you think they're reacting to the noise of the bow going off, the visual of the arrow coming at them, or the sound of the arrow coming at them?
I think it's the sound of the arrow coming at them.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I've popped a lot of sticks around animals. Most of the time, they look at you first. They don't jump that hard. Yeah, I don't know. If I hear something coming at me, I feel like it's most impactful over anything else. Like I shot at a white-tailed doe a couple years ago, and at 19 yards, she got completely out of the way, frontal it, and it was blowing hard, and I was just running a really loud arrow. Like I've shot at animals that had no idea I was there, and they weren't looking at me, nothing. They just still, like that red stag.
Yep.
There's no way he heard my bow go off. There's no way. I was 58 yards away in the brush. And he was roaring out and away from me. So like, there's no way he really saw the arrow coming. There's no way.
Had to have heard it.
Yeah.
What broadhead were you using?
Then I was shooting an Evolution.
Okay. And then what veins you were shooting?
Hybrid 26s, which I don't shoot anymore.
See, those aren't that loud though. And neither is the Evolution.
They cost me a really big deer with that setup. I don't know. I kind of ended up. You ever
That
get shot
sounds
at?
like arrows getting shot at us right now.
Yeah.
See, none
Is
of
that what
us-
it sounds like?
I don't know. I had a really big mule deer buck that I was just running too loud of an arrow because I couldn't run the veins I wanted to. That's kind of where I went with the beast afterwards. And he didn't know I was there. He was looking at somebody else, and I shot at him, and he jumped with string, and he got completely out of the way of it. It wasn't that far.
See the irony of you saying jump the string, because that's proliferated in the archery community, and the assumption is that
They heard the bow.
that they heard the bow.
Yeah, now it's the arrow.
But
It's 100%
the general consensus is from everybody who's talented and who's hunted a bunch is they hear the arrow coming.
Yeah, I shot a white-tailed doe, and I know she watched the arrow. She watched me draw back, and she had plenty of time to get out of the way and didn't at all. Now that I run, it's last couple of years I've been running 4 either hybrid 23s from AE or 4 Air Razor 23s. Last 2 years I've ran Air Razor 23s, and I've loved those. I haven't had any problems with string jumping. Well, once, but that was just an more alert animal than it needed to be.
Sure.
So,
well, there's another check mark in the box of it's the noise of the arrow.
Yeah.
It's pretty much almost everybody now. There's a couple that try to make an argument a different way, but
yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Everything I've seen over time, I'm 100% convinced they're hearing the arrow coming.
I don't know, especially at distance. Like, I know they're not hearing a bow.
Yeah.
There's no way. I mean, even like popping sticks around animals, they swing their head over and look at you. They don't. I mean, everybody's popped a stick around a deer or an elk or something.
They're not jumping.
No, they don't jump. They might like move like an inch down, but they just look at you.
Yeah, they're
But
not
if
doing
something-
a 12-inch lunge.
Yeah. So,
Awesome. All right. One more time where people can find you, where they can find your course.
Bodie Turner on Instagram, and then the course will be on the Shot IQ website.
And it's referred
somebody
to
just
as
got
what,
you-
again.
Bodie's Indoor Archery Secret.
Bodie's Indoor Archery. Okay. Yeah. I had somebody reach out and they were like, hey, I think I have bodieturner.com. Does he want it?
I don't. I mean, I thought we already had that. I don't know. I thought we
think
got
you
that
have
figured
it
out
now.
before.
I think y'all got it figured out.
Yeah, I thought we had that figured out a while ago.
Okay. It
I
just
don't
seems
know.
like maybe a landing page on that one and that would link to the Shot IQ page
Yeah.
might be a good move.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I mean, it'd be good to do if we just haven't done anything with
I'm
it.
just saying, from a business standpoint, might be a good move. I would love to go check it out because obviously, if you're going through a lot of the tuning stuff and you're going to talk about how you're setting stuff up, and then you're talking about how to make things aim different and better, and you're talking about your sight picture for certain things, there's just a lot of things that you guys do at that level that we don't know to do.
Yeah.
Like normal amateur bow hunters, we want to get better, but we don't want to waste a bunch of time.
Yeah, because you guys don't have the time to.
Correct. And so it would be nice to have like, here's the path. Here's what we did. Here's what, if you do this, it's going to happen. If you do this, it's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So try both ways. Which way worked better for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, it was fun. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Good
Appreciate
combo.
the time, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
good luck in Metropolis, eh?
Thank you.